And
All
the
right.
recording's up. Everybody, we're testing for the ESDL. This is going to be Team 1 versus the God Squad. I'm going to be a Red Crayon, and this is...
XxHowlingxX. What's up, guys?
Got the howling part down. Alright, we're hopping...
Nice and loud for you.
Hell yeah. Alright, we're hopping straight into the pitching bands, and we're already seeing an Echo and a Sivir band. Sivir, that's an obvious choice. Sivir's an extremely safe AD carry. And Echo's a
Echo
personal.
seems to be a target
I think so too. You don't see a lot of Echo play.
toward God Squad. Mid laner has been doing some work according to my numbers.
Ooh, the Malzahar band coming out. Honestly, I've been seeing a lot of Malzahar and Sivir pits and bands over the course of the ESDL.
And that's because they're broken right now. Broken.
So much pit potential, so much safety. Those spell shields are insane. Ooh, Katarina band. I think that's
another broken champion this patch. This patch is broken a lot. Not only did it break all of the patches, all of these patches are one of the worst patches ever. It's just so many bugs right now.
Oh yeah.
That just banning these guys is just safer than dealing with the bugs.
Speaking of broken, Swain is one of those champions that is flying under the radar a little bit at being hidden OP. That extra infinite HP, it's like a Scion, but does damage.
Man, when I tell you it's not under the radar at all. So, you have Swain bottom, you have Swain top. Shoot, some people even tried Swain jungle. It didn't work that well, but they tried it and barely got away with it. Swain has been everywhere.
Ooh, speaking of everywhere, we're looking at least jungle coming out. That's something I love seeing, but you don't see very often outside of LCS.
Yeah, but look at what they picked up on the God Squad. Xayah and Rakan. Very tough bottom lane for you to deal with. They get the extra reach on both of their abilities, making it a little tougher to engage.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're gonna go with Leona as a proper engage.
They do need it. Like, at least isn't that reliable of an engage. And Leona gives them that guaranteed, hey, we're going in.
Yeah, it gives that guarantee going in, but into Xayah Rakan,
yeah, I wouldn't want to.
You have a Caitlyn and a Leona. I hate to say it, but Leona's got to be prepared to take some damage because she's gonna take it on her way in.
Oh yeah. Ooh, Akali coming out. They have done so many like little changes to her lately. I'm not even sure if she's strong or bad at this point. Just I keep hearing one person say she's nerfed, one person say she's buffed. I don't play her myself, so I'm just over here like, she's Akali. She still one shots me in my back when I'm in the back line. That's all I know. She's still Akali.
Right, but Irelia banned away. But here's the thing about Akali right here, right? It depends on who's playing her.
Very true.
Whose hand is touching it? You see what I'm saying? Like a noob like myself would pick up Akali and just do great. You need time. You need to put time in with your girl. Get deep with her. Sejuani banned away as well as Irelia.
Very good choices. Sejuani's pit or ban every time, just because of how much team fight presence she has. Ooh, seen the Yasuo ban.
Another strange one. Most people have learned how to deal with Yasuo at this stage of the game, but banning him must be a target.
It might be a target. Also, I think Blueprint does play quite a bit of Yasuo. I've seen him. I've seen him on that and Aurelia before, so I think that might be a target ban. Ooh, but the Morgana coming out. We're seeing a lot of spell shields just gone.
I mean, you want your CC. If you plan on engaging, you want your CC to go off. You don't want to get stopped by a spell shield. That'd be the worst.
True. It's a little odd to see a Morgana ban, though. They might be trying to stop, like, because it's Akali and Rakan.
Well, they don't know who their mid laner is, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
So Morgana as a mid laner into Akali, she throws the black shield on. Whatever you're doing is kind of null and void. So you can just walk out of it. You can't slow her down. She just walks out.
Speaking of, are we looking at a Azir mid?
Azir, one of those choices you picked when you got time. That just shows you got superior skills and good talent, baby.
Now that's the truth. You never see a Zero anywhere because no one knows how to play him. So when you see one, be afraid. Just be worried at the
But
very least.
I mean, he's talented. He's talented. High poke potential, really hard to get to him because he uses his sand dunes. Like he just sticks, like he uses his sand dunes to just poke you from afar.
Oh
It's
yeah,
the worst feeling in the world. And Rakai to Rek'Sai to round out the comp.
and it does round out. See, we're one short from the Void bonus though. We're not seeing guys be doing a lot of true damage for anyone except Cho'Gath.
But here's the crazy part about both comps. They only got two serious pieces of engage, right? You got Leona's ult, and then you got Elise. And Elise. But if you get them stunned by Leona, permanent stunned, drop your ult on top of them, it's a good combo.
It is, and they've got a very similar one on the side of the God Squad with Rek'Sai and Rakan. Cho'Gath can follow it up, but
Well, but Rakan's makes them scatter. It doesn't keep them still. They scatter around. They're afraid and move around.
that's
They're
true.
not just stuck in the same spot, which is a weird. It's weird. So you jump in, you hit R, and you're expecting them to stay there. Like, and if you want to hit a skill with your Cho'Gath or Akali, you want them to stay still. Them moving around might throw you a little off. Because I can predict. What was that? I can predict where you're gonna go if you're moving on your own. Because you want to get out, I can predict where your get out is. You see
But
what I'm saying?
when that charm happens, it's just hard to predict where they're going.
Exactly. So you're moving around on your own. They're just moving around.
Yeah, they're walking towards that Rakan, and you're not watching your own teammate.
So it might throw your skills off for a loop. So it's a little different than Leona CC. When Leona CC you getting hit by one, two, three, four, and you're just basically gonna stand there. You're gonna be in that one spot.
I will say a lot of Leona CC, except for her ult, in fact, at least as well, is single target. So
Yeah,
they're going to focus someone on the enemy team. I suggest the
yeah.
Akali.
I say it'll be Zaya.
I
Get
think
her
they'll
out
go
of
for
there.
the Zaya.
Because if you can't stop her down bottom, let's say you have a bad bottom, right? You have a bad bottom start. If you don't stop her some way, somehow, she was just steamroll over your team.
That's true, but my only thing about that is that obviously you want to stop the Zaya. Zaya's going to be an issue no matter what. It's Zaya, especially with Rakan. She's going to be very powerful, but she has that ult. She has a guaranteed. Oh, you're ulting me. Goodbye.
Okay, she does. Not if she gets stunned quickly. Not if you not if you stun her right off the bat.
I have a bit more
Don't
faith
use
in. I have a bit more faith in them.
don't lead don't lead with your ult, lead with your E. E stun and then ult right on top of it. Don't even waste the seconds. Boop 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 boom. And then your team just comes in and crush her before she even hits the R button.
That's exactly what they need to do. I'm just worried about them walking into a Cho'Gath silence when they do that.
You see, and that's the only thing. You mentioned Cho'Gath silence. That's the biggest concern for me for this team. If they walk into Cho'Gath silence and they get silenced, screw my plan. My plan goes completely out the window. You need to hit three skills. You won't be able to hit your second, which means she will be able to R out, get back, and then just melt your team down.
There's a lot of people they need to watch out for on this team, but no one in particular that, other than Akali and Zaya, there's not going to be a lot of damage coming out. Cho'Gath's going to be able to. Caitlyn can deal with Cho'Gath unless he flash ult jumps her. She
But
she
can she?
she has her net.
Can
She
she
has her
deal?
traps. She has her own flash. She has her heal. She has a lot of ways to do it. As long as she doesn't get CC down by the doesn't walk into the the knock up, the rupture. I think she should
Right.
be fine.
Okay. But are you concerned about Azir
Very.
going into this Akali?
I think he's gonna poke out Akali extremely well, especially since they removed the healing on her on minions from Akali. One of the best changes they ever made for Akali, by the way.
Yeah, they removed. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. They remove one thing and then buff another. They remove one thing and then buff another. They'll remove another thing and then buff another. I don't understand, y'all. Just either just nerf her or like they're trying to balance her. I get what you're trying to do, Riot, but some things can't be balanced. You can't.
I do say removing the healing off of minions was extremely good because Akali had this issue back when that was a thing of where you could not bully her out lane. She would just kill the minions. She'd be back to full HP.
Yeah, that part's true. That
Yes,
part's really true.
and you couldn't bully her. She did decent damage, so she could fight. If y'all both fought
Yo,
and
hit
she walked
O.
away,
If you hit O, it'll stay up.
huh,
Just, there you go. And you can hit U to remove the top part, and it'll just be the scoreboard.
okay. Ooh, it looks like
Hey, I do this so much.
I just tend to just hold it whenever I want it. I've never even
I
thought about it.
know. I just hold it the whole match till somebody told me that. Because I want, when I go back and watch the replays, I want to see what happened at one point.
That's fair. I never even thought about it that way. I just only open it whenever I think to look at it, which
So,
probably isn't a good idea.
nope, nope.
Speaking of not a good idea, that's a
Uh
Akali's
oh, Akali.
and nothing
Just taking a
happens.
little. No. That's like a little macaroni and cheese. That's like the little pocket one you put in the microwave.
Oh yeah,
That's it. Nothing big. Nothing big. Nothing big. Backing off.
I think that's just the little mac and cheese you get with the frozen meals, the ones
You
you
know what
have
I
when kids.
mean? The one you keep on the side.
hmm It's not even like the little bowl. Like he didn't go. It's just the
Right.
one for the frozen meals.
I mean, you get the little stupid side of it. And telling you, they're not doing any cheese. They're gonna go about this the regular way.
I'm not too surprised by that. Neither team has really massive engage potential, other than like Leona, but Leona doesn't have a lot of follow up to her CC. If she goes in, it's not
Yeah,
like
you either
Nautilus.
you either kill or you get out. Like you either kill or you need to get out.
Ooh, Chodev's done a little bit of trading with that rupture. Just gets
Very good
autoed.
trade.
Yeah, but it's auto with the grasp and just heals. York heals back up. Nothing too.
That
Oh,
rapture up top.
yeah.
Dude, Yorick needs to dodge those, man. If he doesn't, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, it does quite a lot. And the fact that he went it first is kind of weird, not gonna lie. A lot of, well, it's not too bad. A lot of Cho'Gaths actually will run E's for the auto reset for dueling.
Right.
But if you're not looking to trade, it is actually a really good idea to just grab Q for the poke.
It's crazy. Down bottom. Taking a little bit of They were taking a little bit of risk down there, but nothing significant. They're just warding and chilling out. Back up top. Didn't dodge the rapture again.
Cho'Gath is
But
level
getting
3.
ate up by these minions though.
Looks like that's the end of it though. Oh, but not anymore. At least it's coming in.
Lee said, nah, bro. You want to get eat up by minions? I'm gonna show you how it goes. Waiting for him. Throws one. Flashes out.
Ooh.
Stunned. And takes the last shot. He goes down under tower, thinking he was safe to go home.
Amazing job from Elisa, waiting for that flash to come out. She had no reason to cocoon immediately. All she had
Nope.
to do was hold it. And that's exactly
The
what she did.
threat of it was just enough.
Exactly. And then Cho'Gath wasted his flash, and she aimed it perfectly. Great
she
job.
Waited. And then the best part of that kill was she waited for Yorick to come and commit to it before she took it. That's a considerable partner. She didn't just take it. She was like, "Hey, you want this? You want this? You want this? You want no? I'll take it."
Ooh, she's looking for something out down mid.
Done.
Ooh, at least it's coming on this mid. I don't think. Ooh, and I'll probably just ease out. Red side is around the side.
Stuck him. Leona sucked on him.
Ooh, he'll
Yes,
come down.
Zaya. They're giving so much attention to the Rakan. You need to get your CC on Zaya. Sorry, watching the bottom lane.
Ooh, speaking of attention, look at this fight going down the mid.
They were just watching. They were fighting over Scuttle Crab. Ooh, what damage going out?
Azir has no mana. But this is
And
a... Ooh.
Who is that getting caught?
I don't know anymore. What's happening at this point?
Wait, what happened? I know Akali escaped.
Everybody escaped. That was...
That was a whole lot of moves for no reason. Nobody died.
Uh-huh. I think that was a little bit of miscommunication, because Atali went for the Azir there, thinking, okay, I can kill him. I got this. Red side didn't want to follow up. Red side came in to save Atali, but not to fight.
But it looked like that whole thing was over Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, they wanted that Stittle. And they just wanted the kills afterwards.
Warding is looking fantastic for the red side.
Oh yeah, complete control of vision. The only ward I see from
got-
blue side is the one that's about to fade Stuttle.
You know what I mean? So that one. This bot side looks amazingly lit. For the ones that have been under tower this whole time, they seem to be amazingly lit. As we go up top, they're going one-on-one. Oh, so close! So close! York's minion did one more punch right at the end, almost taking him down. Man, sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, York turns any fight from a 1v1 to a 2v1 with that Maiden. Just so much damage to champions whenever York's hardening them.
Akali, ghost mode.
Walk around that shroud saying, you can't see me, I'm out.
It's really hard to, like, that shroud makes her really hard to gank.
Oh yeah, it's not just a shroud.
Like, stupid hard.
She also has her E to disengage whenever she needs to, or to re-engage if she sees a fire opportunity.
And she don't have mana. She does not have mana. It's not like she has to wait for her to have mana or nothing like that. She just has energy. She just keeps doing it. It's the worst.
It takes a while to learn how to play against Akali, and especially how to learn how to gain against Akali. She's just so difficult. You have to wait for her to commit all of her abilities before you go in on her.
Cho'Gath, locked in the middle again. Getting poked down. The minions making that trade go bad. You have to respect the minions.
Ooh, red side's here though.
Trying to jump in and get what a flash!
Right? Cancel the animation.
Nice.
If you didn't know, if you flash out of a knockup, nope. If you flash out of a knockup, if you do it in the right frame, you'll cancel the animation. You'll still get stunned for the duration, but you'll actually be able to flash out. If you wait too long, you won't be able to flash until you land.
Wait, but does abilities that require pop-ups like Yasuo's ult still go off?
Usually.
Look.
I've never seen that much.
Science experiment, people. Science experiment. We're gonna get into a game and see if that works. York's minions are beating this Cho'Gath.
Speaking of beating, red side just stole the dragon. Ooh, red side going ulti onto Leona. That is massive.
Just running away, barely getting out himself.
Red side came in with his two members of his team, got the dragon, killed the Elise, and killed the Leona. Very good swing for red side here, for the God Squad.
And Akali bouncing around crazy. Just Azir just feels like he can't contest into his lane. Cho'Gath Going in for it this time. Not getting caught in the circle because he knows what it looks like.
He's not caught enough times. He wants out.
Like, yeah, you got caught enough times. I'm not going to stand in that burning ring of fire no more.
See,
They're jumping on Kogath.
This is what I love about Cho'Gath. He's really... He didn't stay in lane for a long time with his passive. Oh, that's not good.
And we've got to disconnect. Does that stop the game right here?
Doesn't look like they're going for it.
Don't look like they're stopping here.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, and there's the pause. Jungle has DC'd. We have to wait for the jungle to return.
That's okay. This gives us time to talk about item builds so far.
Woo!
And CS differences.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, already no difference between top lane. Like 2 CS, but York does have a kill and assist over Cho'Gath. A little bit of pressure going on the top lane. That early gank really put Cho'Gath behind.
Bottom lane is struggling a little bit. Already down by 13, and that lead seems to be expanding and not shrinking. Now that they're no longer sitting at their tower, it's not seeming to expand. So they're still under pressure from the Leona and the Caitlyn because, again, Caitlyn's range is ridiculous, and she can poke you from halfway across the map. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you should nerf her range. I'm just saying it's long, okay? It's long.
I mean, it's long arm of the law. It has to be. However, I do think that's actually very important here because Caitlyn's range means she's very hard for Rakan to get on top of.
Correct. And if he can't engage on her, Zyra doesn't feel Zyra. Why am I saying Zyra? I had it right the first time. Zyra doesn't feel safe to farm.
That's very true. Pretty big CS difference coming out from mid lane though. Over 21.
And that's because she's moving around, okay? She's been moving around, trying to get picks, but not committing enough to it and not getting anything out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she does have those 2 assists, which actually, despite that massive CS deficit, she's only 100 gold behind.
Yeah, she's only 100 gold behind, but look, let's put this into perspective real quick, okay? She's 100 gold behind. She only got 2 assists. She's got no kills. The worst part about this is, if this trend continues of her moving around without getting anything from it, she's gonna fall so far behind that Azir is just gonna eat her.
Very true.
Azir, she does a good grip of damage to Azir. She should be able to finish him off and then move. She's not pushing the lane under his tower enough when she goes to roam.
It's very difficult for her to do so. I mean, Azir just has so much wave clear. I think that's where most of the CS difference is coming from. Is just that early lane where Azir just punches her.
And then she's gonna have to. That means you can't do all your crazy roaming. Stay home, play Harvest Moon, get your numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Get your numbers up, and then go roam. You can't fall this far behind. Otherwise, because purely the CS difference is the difference in numbers up here. In the difference in gold in the game. It's literally the difference.
The only person with a kill on Simon T Red is Retsai.
Exactly. So that means the college is gonna have to buckle down, get her farm on. Is what I'm saying. Buckle down, get farming, let's go. Play Harvest Moon. It's not hard. She's leaving Azir so long to farm that by the time she gets back, he's now got all of this farm, all of this advantage. Punk him out of lane if you want to. He's just gonna poke you now.
Notice sitting around mid, looks like she wants to fight, but Azir has low half HP and low mana. Trying to fight. It's a bad idea.
She's leaving Zyra alone.
Oh, and that's what I was talking about. You can.
Just like you were talking about. Really can't get on top of her like you want to. And that ult coming into play. Leona stuck on the other side. Rek'Sai comes down. But then here comes Elise.
So much has happened there. honestly, that was a great preview of what I was wanted to talk about.
Leona shoots.
Ooh,
Jumps on top of her.
they walked
Ooh, and
too
Leona goes
close.
down. Looking for this Caitlyn. Not stopping. The turret takes her. But Zaya's going to take her before she can take Rek'Sai. But she gets taken down by the turret with an
Oh, but
execute.
execute! Oh my lord!
No, hits on her. So that means she only dies and doesn't get to, and they don't get the gold from that. That's terrible.
No gold, no XP, nothing.
Woo!
And they even lose this wave to tower. Oh, that's so not good.
So you lost the wave, lost your life, didn't get anything for it, and what was that over?
They walked way too close. They had no vision of the bush, and they walked right near it. And Rakan just jumped on them with Zolt.
When do we stop face checking bushes? Y'all gotta understand, if you don't see your opponent at all on the map, be staring at the map, folks. Like, if I don't see nobody, I'd be trying to avoid all the cheese. Like, I got lactose intolerance. I ain't trying to have none of the cheese.
Especially in team play. Teams are looking to cheese you non-stop. Cho'Gath teleporting up top lane. Let's stop York from
And
taking
it's
too much
just a
damage.
Cho'Gath. Bouncing up, trying to... Eating a ghost?
Yeah, he did the feed stats for it. It's the Void,
So
brother. We don't know what they're capable of doing. Eating ghosts
You're
is like
capable of eating ghost?
it's the Void. Like,
Bruh, is the Void where Pac-Man's from?
I think so.
I swear to God.
I
We
mean-
need to find this. We need to find this out, people.
I mean, you see what color the ghost turns to when they're trying to eat.
Bruh!
That-
No, but that's true.
That seems very Void-like to me.
Rakan's just not. His Q doesn't have a long enough range to get what he wants. They don't have the range to contest here.
All they can do is play it safe and keep Xayah from doing too much here. Try to get as much farm as they can. Xayah does scale a little bit more heavily than Caitlyn, but even so,
It's that. Look at this. You left him alone. The lead is expanding to 30. And
meanwhile,
that's because she's moving around, but not getting anything out of it.
Azir's doing a great job of keeping this side warded. They're going for this Rift Herald. They've been going for it for a minute now.
They've been going, here we go. Yorick sees it, misses his engage tool.
They're just gonna chomp it. It's a show death. It's a dinosaur versus Mama Stuntle. He's just gonna eat it.
Nothing much happening on the map here.
Nothing at all.
Let's take this opportunity to talk about what's the builds here.
Pretty standard. Caitlyn's going for her IE. Looks like the S streamer coming out from Xayah.
So yeah, playing it pretty safe, pretty standard. But for all of our talk of range, Caitlyn is only up by 7 CS.
I think that's all a lot of it do. Azir's on the bot side.
They're jumping on him. They're jumping on him. He gets locked in a circle. She's starting to drain his life force, his essence, getting drained from him. But Cho'Gath pops him up. He flashes away. But that essence is still getting drained from him up top.
The maiden does so much damage.
Backing off. He's going for him. Jumps in, quiets him, and chomps on him. That chomp killed him and the maiden, and he goes down.
That's Cho'Gath.
And once again, Akali is not in lane. She's up there at top, not getting anything out of it. He's already dead.
Looks like they're trying to go for his first tower, though. I don't think the call is necessary for that, though.
But look.
Jungle's coming up mid.
They're just going to take mid.
They got first tower. Oh, but Red Side's coming into collapse. It looks like it's going to be 3-on-2 here in mid. They're not at tower, though. Or not. They're not committing for it.
Nope, look like they're gonna back out.
I don't think they have any time.
Everybody coming.
Ooh, nice ult from Azir.
Just pushing him on the tower. She gets one more shot. Azir running for it.
Oh, at least failing the
Gets
flash.
bounced up. And here comes Yurik. Yorick not gonna get nothing done this time.
No, Red Side dropping the Red Herald, though. They're hoping to take mid off this. They got 3 in Red Herald, so they can do it. York's just here, along with Azir, to have enough wave clear to say, nope, this is our tower.
They're protecting it, but that Rift Herald hurts.
That tower was full HP just a second ago.
Just making it low. That's good enough. So now that's a constant threat on your mind. They can push mid at any point and knock that first tower down.
Gold leads to over 1,000 in favor of the Dodge squad.
Yup.
I do.
Red squad clearing that vision. They're going down for bottom.
They want this Mountain Drake. Great choice. All 5 people are there. I mean, Cho'Gath is there above all else. That Dragon's there.
Is anybody going to go for it? They're going to have to concede it. Push mid. Push mid.
Push mid. Push anywhere.
Push. Push somewhere. Don't let them take an objective for free. Come on. That's 101. Your bottom lane can see that they are pushing. Take something else.
I do believe that someone should have committed that for that mid tower originally, because one of them was gonna die for that. Like there was so much.
Just got one hit. All you had to do was walk up in it once. It'd have been a fair trade. You traded mid tower for Dragon. One hit. One.
It looks like a little bit of fight going on top. Didn't knock up by the rupture.
Not a little bit. Summons it. Alt coming down. Main draining him. But Cho'Gath kicking him around. Main still draining. He's walking.
Azir coming in with a teleport, though.
I see a TP. Bounces him up again. Chases and gets munched on.
Azir was not in time to save him.
Trying to stop him. Using that blast bomb to get away. Chased him down.
Cho'Gath surviving with nearly nothing.
York, Elise, catching up to her, using the blast. Red team uses this blast cone so well.
Just gets away.
Just use this blast cone so well. Like, hey, Team Rocket was blasting. Uh-oh.
They took a couple of cues from them. They learned a little something from them.
Yep. Like, oh, if we blast off, they can't catch us. And that's how this goes.
I mean, there's a reason Team Rocket never got arrested.
That's true. They have never been arrested. Cho'Gath, not even caring about it, not having a wave. Walks up and takes the turret toss himself. Azir making another tower.
Ooh, big fight coming out here. Great charm from Rakan. Oh my lord.
And the bad ult from Leona catches no one. 3 of them collapse on top of him. Caitlyn in the back doing as much damage as she can do.
Walked into the rupture.
She's in the back line. No longer safe. Leona goes down. That was her last defense. Cho'Gath tapping on top of it and does nothing to him. Leona, that ult to start that fight was terrible.
But Rakan's ult and W, knocking up 3 people, charming 3 people, 4 people, amazing. Yep. Great job.
And then Leona answers back with an ult. That's why I said Don't start with your ult. Start with your E. Hit E, and it'll take you to your destination, and you just ult yourself. You ult where you are. Crazy, because it missed everybody it was supposed to hit.
Caitlyn was the only one who survived that fight, and even she had to like flash out and heal.
Like crazy. That was a decimated fight. God Squad doing their thing.
Showing why they play these champions. That they're good at them. Showing that they can do it.
That mid tower finally went down. I'm still upset about that mid tower.
Oh, brother.
I'm upset. That mid tower should have been down. But it's okay. I'ma chill.
Eldrake's coming up soon. Baron is up. They have a lot of vision. Oh, no. That's a lie. They have 2 wards from each side covering the Baron side.
And now it's getting dangerous for them to go out and put out wards. Dangerous. Because if they do so, they're going to run right into this team, ready to stomp them at any point. 4K goal lead. Expanding. Trying to expand it out to 6.
Joe Death is one of those people who can just walk up a ward, though. He can go wherever he wants for almost nothing. He's really dainty.
But Team One's gotta find a way to stop him. Gotta find a way to put him down. Gotta find a way back into this game to where they can contest these fights. Otherwise, this steamroller is gonna continue forward. The gold bleed is gonna get bigger, and they're not gonna be able to do anything about it. Like contesting a dragon, perhaps. Because Cloud Drake, it looks like it's going over to the God Squad.
They took that real fast. I think Elise was going towards there, but she was really hesitant about it. She didn't think she could contest, and she was right. She didn't get there in time.
They're nervous. They're playing like they don't believe in their strength to come back in this game. You guys got the ability to come back in it. You got it. You just got to play smarter.
Honestly, you have Elise, you have a Leona. Pick someone off. Find someone, kill them. Make it a 4v5, and y'all can win a fight.
Going for Rakan. Rek'Sai.
Ooh, nice ult. Stopping the reset side, but...
On top of Rek'Sai. Shutting down the main star from the last fight. Let's see how they do this time.
Shodat's stuck in the middle of all of them. Teleport down. Ooh.
And goes down finally.
He's tanky, but he's not tanky enough to survive all of them.
Let's go. Team One making this a game. Jumping down on Rek'Sai.
Ooh, the ult coming out from Zir. Oh my lord.
Let's go, Caitlyn. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Double kill going over to Caitlyn, knocking this team down.
Ooh.
Showing that they're still in the game. Let's go, Team One.
That Zero was sexy. I love that.
Woo! A Zero sticking them to the wall. That's what we were just saying. You're playing like you don't believe in your squad. You're doing the best you can. That was the best scenario for that fight. Closing the gap down to about 1.6, 1.7. Don't get cocky yet, because this God Squad still got all 3 Drakes.
There is only 2 Cloud Drakes and a Mount Drake. Mount Drake's very powerful, but the 2 Cloud Drakes are only worth so much. They're good. Don't get me wrong, but they're not worth as much as an Infernal.
But they're worth as much as the gold part.
True.
The gold lead that they had is now thrown away. So you're right. The dragons are now worth, unless it was Infernal. Yeah, right now that those dragons are worthless. But Leona almost picked out.
York forced the flash over the wall, otherwise he would have died. But they're hopping on this Cho'Gath, trying to force the flash away.
Forced it. York summoned. Cho'Gath goes down. Now they're playing through the rest of the team. Stuck.
Right side looks like he wants to come in behind, but
Rek'Sai is trying to. Running into an Elise. Misses his kill. Rek'Sai going around.
Somebody wants to get something done, but
they want to do something so bad.
Team 1 just wants to leave.
And leaves. I believe that's a smart decision. You don't know where they all are. You can't see where they're at or where they want to attack you from. Back out, get into a position where you can see them all, and take the fight then. Good idea.
Set up with his vision like this. Yeah. They got the Cho'Gath last fight. That's all they needed. They got his flash. They got the kill. That's all they need to do is set up vision.
So now they prove they can take down this monstrosity. Now what do you do with it? Now you start moving toward what? Baron. That's your next big objective. If you could take down Baron, this would be huge for your team. Well, it would literally put you back in the game.
What I want to see right now is Yord or Azir coming down this bot lane, pushing this out. They both have TP up. They can come in and push out this lane. Take this first tier tower. This first tier tower has been up for way too long. It needs to go down. It's way too low. Push out this tower.
I agree.
Push out this tower. Get the wave shoving so that no matter where you are on the map, you have pressure in the bot lane. If they have to TP back to Baron for a fight, that wave keeps pushing with all the pressure they created. Kali and Rakan are walking through the jungle, clearing out vision. Ocean Drake is almost up.
Yep. In 10 seconds, it's up.
They're going for this Yord, leaving the rest of Team 1 to go for Baron. This is not a good decision.
Let's go! They go for York. He gets taken down quickly. But Baron is started by the rest of the team. York is a big part of their damage, so they're hoping to get there before it gets taken down. But it looks like they underestimated Team 1 because Baron goes down.
They did manage to get the dragon and the pick on Yord, but, I mean, for Baron? They only sent Cho'Gath over, and he wasn't fast enough to get there.
So wait. Do you feel like that's an even trade?
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Baron is so much pressure for their team. That means they shove out waves so well.
Yep. They needed Baron. They needed it. As much as you don't want to say that they didn't, they did. They did. And giving it away like that, terrible decision. Yes, you got the other dragon, and yes, they could be playing for Elder because Elder buff lasts longer.
All right, I just want to bring something to attention. Caitlyn, why do you have a Runans?
Bruh, I don't know.
Before they removed the interaction, I would say, why wouldn't you have Runans? But they removed the interaction with Runans and Caitlyn passive. Now you just want to get that stat chip for AoE.
Going down, Neil.
Cho'Gath just walking up.
Jesus. Can't sneak nowhere, can you? Just walking up. Oh! 3 goes down. They're taking down the last 2. Leona goes down. They're looking for his ear. He's running. Akali. Not going to let him go. Throwing down a tower. But they're not going to care.
York managed to hit the bot tower.
Finally. Finally, the bot tower goes down. But now Cho'Gath. Like, hey, bro, you was picking up on me up top. What now? What now?
I grew up. Let's see what you want to do now. Voice cracked while talking about growing up. Sounds right.
Right? Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Jesus.
That was so many knockups coming out from God Squad there. Cho'Gath Q.
That was such a bad overstaying. That was a bad overcommitment.
They didn't have any vision on the left side of the jungle, the top side of the jungle. So Cho'Gath just walked in.
Now they got to fight from behind again.
Fortunately, the goal difference is only 2.7, but still, that's 2.6, but it's still enough to worry about.
but nevertheless, they're still behind. And that fight proved that they're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, if Caitlyn and Azir didn't take out these fights, all the damage is gone from Team One. Caitlyn and Azir are pivotal. Every single fight that they've won have been because of those two.
Even if it's pivot though, what I'm saying to you right now is Team One, you guys had a solid fight. You had a solid 2 fights. Then you started, and you had a solid call. When they went down bottom, you went to Baron. Good call.
Now that Baron's gone.
Make something of it. Cho'Gath.
A lot of
Not
damage.
caring. Having a flash out.
Xayah about to... Oh, Xayah lived with 24 HP from a damn minion.
Yorick getting killed by Cho'Gath.
Azir teleports right on top
Stunned.
of the Cho'Gath. Ooh, that's an interesting decision.
Rek'Sai goes down. Silence is here. Azir running. But Cho'Gath gets taken down.
Azir had an interesting decision there to TP behind. You don't really have the potential to do anything against the Cho'Gath.
No. The whole point of that was, again, we were just talking about Team God Squad overextending, taking advantage of them overextending. Then right behind it, Team One is going to take advantage of God Squad overextending. It's nuts.
They traded a tier 2 tower for a tier 2 tower. Bot for top. Looks like they're wanting to run down for
They're
Mountain
doing
Drake.
good trades, but no one's getting ahead. Mountain Dragon comes up, and it looks like team number 1 looks like they're trying to secure their first Drake of the game.
And they need it too. Mountain Drake would still be huge for them if they want to contest objectives in the future.
And they take the Mountain Dragon.
This gold has been fluctuating between the two of them for a long time now. 1 to 3K at the most.
But no matter what, Team 1 has not taken the lead. They've made the lead that they have smaller, but not taken the lead.
It's like they're just trying to get pressure down on the sidelines right now. That's what they want. They have York has his teleport. He can just go place the maiden down bot lane and let her push.
Right.
And group up with his team. Or he did put the maiden bot top and then teleport mid if he needs to.
Right.
That's a lot of things he can do here.
But none of them seem to be coming to fruition here.
Ooh, catching up Leona again. Double knockup on her.
Boom! She's running.
Cho'Gath is just stuck.
Torque stuck.
Leona hopping on the Rakan. He's just gonna hop over the wall. Couple of ults coming out from side of Team 1. Nothing coming out from the side of Team God Squad.
Cho'Gath is just walking up.
Yeah, he has a Wormhouse. He can walk in and walk out all he wants.
Bouncing.
Ooh, Akali!
Jumping onto the back line, trying to take out Caitlyn. That fight begins really. One for Team Squad 1 goes down. Xayah pops off. Azir trying to escape with the last sliver of his life. That Xayah popped off cost him a lot.
Akali flashing onto the back line, just saying, we keep trying to initiate this. I'm doing this myself.
That pop off cost him a lot. God Squad taking Baron.
As we said earlier, that's exactly what they need. They have that Mountain Drake. They have all the Drakes except for one. They can just walk down with the Baron now. Just take these towers. You have a massive Cho'Gath. They can't walk into you very well.
They can't walk into you.
What Team 1
because
wants to do to start a fight is pit someone off. They want to get a trolley. They want to get choked out off on the side. They want to catch Rakan out. And get some
yeah,
of these
but they got,
engagers.
what's crazy is, okay, crazy is they're not getting anything of a pick. And the last time they got a pick was against Cho'Gath, and it took them a while to take him down.
But when they did manage to win the fight. But since then, I just got a little cocky to think, okay, we're winning these fights. We can win them all now. But no, you need to get those picks. Get those picks, then you can win the fight. But
right,
Godsdraw is the one that can walk into you. You can't walk into them.
and amazingly, they are pushing it down with these super minions.
Baron is very powerful. And they can't really fight them too much with the Cho'Gath there.
Just crazy. Now this gold lead has expanded to 4K. 5.
Meanwhile, bots or top's pushing on its own, so they have a lot of pressure coming.
Exactly. They're signaling. They're signaling Rakan. They jumped on Rakan. But Cho'Gath won't let him. Jumping into the back line.
Leona having to flash out. Great flash from her. She was going to die if she didn't do that.
But again, the minions, they're fighting for the last bit of tower. Cho'Gath losing so much life.
Yeah, but he's got Warmoths. He can just walk away. He's fine. Yeah, see? He's already full. Meanwhile, blue team's extremely low still.
Going for it again.
See, that's all they have to do. They have Baron, force him off tower. Have Cho'Gath tank up tower. See him take a lot of damage, and then he just walks away.
And they're just going to push further and further. This Team 1 does not have an answer.
Going down by here is a good call. Get this last second tier. Get it down.
And then on top of that,
Eldrate's up.
what they really want, there you go. Elder is what they're playing for.
They can do all of it. Get second tier and get Elder. They only need 2 people for the second tier.
And they're just using the Kali as a distraction. She's hard to catch. While they take Elder. Elder taken. Now they have that super buff. Leona trying to go for her. Distraction successful.
Probably so slippery. She just walks away. Now they have Baron and they have Elder Dragon. They want to just walk down. They just want to walk down. Send Cho'Gath to the top lane. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
We haven't been talking about much, but this Xayah is full build. She's huge.
We don't have to talk about Xayah. I said she popped off
And that's all we need
in
to say.
that last fight. She popped off.
I mean, let's talk about Lilith, though. She has 364 CS, 7 kills, and 8 assists. I mean, that's impressive.
Impressive, yes. But look how quiet her impact in the game has been. You notice how we talk about champions that dominate, break your opponent down, make them tilt off the face of the planet.
Or,
Right now, that's Cho'Gath for this team.
oh yeah,
For the Team 1. So they don't even see that Xayah how dangerous Xayah became. Because Cho'Gath is the biggest threat they have.
he just keeps walking on the tower saying, hey, what's up? I'm going to half health you, walk away with no HP, and come back full. There he goes.
Walked up into a trap.
Swats away. Looks like just a little bit of a sieging going on. Nothing too special. Probably still in mid red side. Ooh, a fight's going in. Leona going in on Cho'Gath.
Going in. But
But
gets taken out.
They cannot
She
kill
has
him.
no escape. Rakan. Ult. Redemption comes down.
Oh.
Back line. Akali popping in.
She's popping in, popping
Take it,
out, popping
Lawyer!
all over them. What is she
And
doing?
just melts them down! The ace comes down! God Squad
That,
smites Team 1!
yeah, that was, oh.
Woo! You couldn't even keep up with what Akali was doing.
Huh?
He just bounced.
She was all over the place. I don't know what she was doing.
She was all over the place. Ninjutsu. Naruto would be proud. Oh my God. And game 1 goes over to God Squad.
Brilliant play coming out from all of them there. Oh, that was fun to watch. Especially that last fight, seeing a collie popping off, going everywhere. That was fun.
so we had 2 pop-offs. Okay? We had 2 pop-offs that game. Zaya and then Akali. But they were sleepers. They were sleepers. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
noticed they were very sleep. So you couldn't tell that they were popping off or they were going in until it was way too late and 3 or 4 of y'all died from the same one.
I mean, I'll tell you exactly what it is. You said it already. Cho'Gath was just that big. Both
He was.
literally and figuratively. He was so big, you couldn't even see Zaya or Kali behind him.
Right. And they did so much damage in the back lane. For example, you didn't notice that the most damage in the game went to Zaya. Nope, it went to Caitlyn. But the most for her team went to Zaya. Because we were talking about how this Cho'Gath was able to walk in, take damage, soak it up. And the worst part is they kept wasting everything on him. They wasted everything on him, but they had to. They had to. Otherwise, he would walk in and eat one of them.
I enjoy seeing York with the most damage, by over 1,000. I enjoy that.
Oh, I didn't even look at York.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I always see York. Whenever I see York, he always has the most damage. York
but
is just
bruh, they did so much damage to this Cho'Gath. He sucked up so much for that team
here.
that when they went into the main fight, they had nothing left. They had nothing left.
Damage
He gave it
taken.
all to Cho'Gath.
Damage taken. Cho'Gath tanked 59,000 damage that game. 20,000 more than York.
You see what I'm saying? So he soaked up so much of their CC, their power, all of their good moves got soaked up by Cho'Gath. They had nothing for the rest of the squad with who they needed to kill, who they needed to get off the map, who they needed to stop from killing them.
The best part is, they just walked away afterwards. He just walked
Word.
away. He walked away, came back to the war mounts.
And you didn't even kill him. Like you gave him everything you had and didn't kill him.
And then he comes back with full HP to the war mounts. It's just, you don't want to see that. I would hate to see that in one of my games. Just a Cho'Gath just walks you down and there's nothing you can do about it.
He walks you and your whole team down. He
Under
didn't
towers.
Because he can't.
He waddles.
Under tower, he walked you down. You wasn't even safe at home. It's nuts. All right. As we always do, let's get into what the team needs to do for the second game.
I think they need to find more of an identity to their comp. Team 1 didn't really, as far as win conditions, they didn't really have anything. I mean, they had Azir and Caitlyn, but
wouldn't their poke be considered? I mean, wouldn't their comp be considered poke? Wouldn't their poke be considered comp?
I mean, the only real poke they have is reliable poke is Caitlyn Q.
Caitlyn and Azir.
Well, the thing about Azir can poke, but it requires him to use up his limited resources of his soldiers, which he needs for escapes, he needs for consistent damage. He can't reliably use those for poke.
Okay, so maybe finish out the poke squad.
Did something a little bit more that has more consistent poke, something like an Ezreal or a damn it, think of something right now. Just something with that you can actually throw out skill shots and be like, okay, no, Nidalee maybe instead of Elise.
Nidalee instead of Elise, maybe what's her name? I just had it in my head. I did the math in my head. I had it in my head.
Ezreal
Another
since the
slow champion.
Caitlyn,
Karma.
Karma instead
Karma.
of Leona, Zyra instead of Leona.
Right. These are the champions you needed to round out your comp. Oh, and my suggestion to you, Team One, just ban Cho'Gath. Get him out of there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can't do it. You can't do it because he soaks up too much. You can't use team fighting 101. Do not use your best skills on a tank. Use them on your carries. And you can't do that if their tank is forcing you to use their skills not to beat him, not to kill him, but just to stay alive. No, get rid of Cho'Gath. Just get rid of him. You can't. I wouldn't even have it. No.
Look at these builds. They're all exactly where I expect. The only one that's like weird to me is the Mortal Reminder on the York, because there's not too much healing coming out from side of God Squad. I mean, there's
Right.
your Redemption and Recon.
But maybe he was trying to stop the Cho'Gath healing because he did have, maybe he was trying to stop the Warmogs thing from, healing him up too much. Maybe
that would only
keep him down.
That would only, if you want to stop that, just keep hitting him. Warmods doesn't heal during combat, so it doesn't. The only healing Cho'Gath had in combat is if he kills something with his passive and say he might have had Triumph. I'm not really sure. I can't really see his runes. And Grasp. Grasp is the only actual full in combat healing he has. So I think if you wanted to go for a armor piercing item, Black Cleaver would have gotten you more HP.
Right. Okay.
Would have given you a little bit more.
He didn't have armor. He had a lot of health.
If you want to do with that, then you could go for the Lord Dominance. If you want to go for armor piercing item that does health.
You need to stop him from healing. Like, you needed to stop him from just tanking everything you had. He just tanked everything. He's like, oh, and just walked up to you. Bro, who's brave enough to walk up to you and just do nothing?
Apparently
he didn't even do nothing, man.
Apparently
he didn't even try to fight you. He didn't even try to fight you. The danger was he was just right there.
He just walked up into the trap. He went on a trap under tower and was like, hi. Didn't throw out Q.
Danger.
Didn't shout.
That's the danger.
Nothing. Just hi.
You can't melt him. You can't melt him. Not with the team comp they had. You can't melt him. Maybe if you had like a Sivir or something like that, or a Draven, something that could chunk him down good, nice and good. Yeah, let the Cho'Gath through. But if you don't have nothing to kill him,
something that would have really helped last game, a Bork on Caitlyn.
That's a good item, right? That's a good. But enough of the last game. We're getting ready to talk. We're getting ready to go into the next one. Let's go into game 2 of Team 1 versus God Squad.
If there's anything near what they had in team game 1, then we're gonna be in for some fun this game. Hopefully get rid of that Cho'Gath.
Yep, I want to see first ban. Sivir banned. Okay, so that's why they didn't pick Sivir. It was banned away.
Yep. Last time they banned it, and
they're banning it again.
Every time.
And I think that's why they banned it. They're like, wait, we know that we're gonna get a fed Cho'Gath. We don't want nothing that can chunk him down.
Banning out the Ezreal again.
Echo.
Sorry.
Again.
Yeah, Echo. My bad. I'm just thinking. I was just thinking about a different thought that I was going to go off on.
No, you were.
There's 2 A carries that you always want to either pick or ban in games like this. Ezreal and Sivir. Kai'Sa does kind of fall into that a bit, but Ezreal and Sivir are just so safe and have so much team damage that you really want to get rid of them. You either want to play them or you want to ban them.
Well, you want to pick or ban them right now, but the meta isn't even shifting from the skirmish meta that we had. It's going deeper into the skirmish meta. Katarina banned away, and all of these picks aren't being concise to surviving that meta. Yasuo banned away.
Looks like we're
Still
seeing
don't see
the.
Cho.
Yeah, let's say we're seeing the exact same
I
bans as
still
last
don't see
time.
Cho. We got the exact same bans as last time. Maybe they let Cho go. Maybe
Oh,
they
there it
let
goes.
Cho get. Oh, never mind. I was getting ready to say maybe they let Cho'Gath go through and just pick a way to kill him.
That's a reasonable thing to do, but is considering what you've seen already, taking it away from him is the safer option.
Right.
You're guaranteeing that you're taking away a scaling option from the side of Team God Squad. God Squad, go for the Xayah again. Hey, she popped off last time. Why not again?
Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that Xayah is definitely not broke. She's broken.
Yeah, but she's a little broke.
Other way.
Yeah, she's a little broke.
She's broken in the other way of broken. Swain picked her up.
Ooh, we're seeing the other little broke champion coming out.
Little broke. Looks like they're hovering around Ahri.
I'll say I don't know how I feel, but Ahri is good.
Ahri picked up.
Ahri's very good. She's consistent. She's safe. She has a lot of pit potential. But
Rakan picked up again.
you never see her played the correct way. She's a roamer. She's a heavy roamer. But you never see her roam. At least I never do.
And there's a reason for that, right? Ooh.
Is that the brand mid?
Is that a brand mid?
Could be brand jungle. I've done that. It's fun.
Brand picked up. We don't know where he's going, but he's been picked up.
Probably mid.
He's probably mid. Against Ahri, pretty good. Come in, you hit her with the E. Come in, she started diving in, hit her with the E, burn her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how Fox tastes, but cook her a little bit.
Hey, foxtail is apparently a delicacy in some parts of the world.
Again.
I mean, hey, Caitlyn wasn't really the issue there in the last game.
But you're saying that their comp wasn't concise.
No,
Is their comp concise now? Is Ahri's ball enough to be considered poke?
I think they're going to be going for a more safe. Last time I don't think they were going for poke. I think they were going for like a team fight or a pit comp, and they didn't. The problem is they didn't play to either of those strengths. This time I think they're again going for a pit comp. With Caitlyn's very safe, it's just Caitlyn is a great pick into pit comps because she's able to just stay safe in team fights. You don't have to worry about her too much.
But my whole thing is, why go with a pit comp when you have a lot of poke? You have Ahri's Q, you have Ahri's Q, you have Swain's Q, you have Caitlyn's Q. That's a lot of poke. Just continue the line of just being a poke comp. Cause Swain Q goes through minions now.
True, but it's not that long of a range.
You ain't even gotta aim it. You just hit it. You just point it in the direction and it hits them. You ain't gotta worry about hitting minions first. You hit them. Not even a problem. It's just poke. It's crazy. It's insane.
They banned out the Aatrox and the Elise. And the
Hecarim banned away.
They're leaving Sejuani open this time. Might be seeing a bit of her.
Maybe. Or maybe they plan on picking the Sejuani themselves?
I think so. Like Braum, okay.
Braum picked up in the Caitlyn. Now those two are a great squad. Get hit with a Braum Q. She's easily able to follow up, stuns you down. Done deal.
Ooh, the Urgot. It looks like that might be coming out here.
That's an Urgot top, most likely.
Most likely. Oh no, we're seeing the Sejuani.
Sejuani. They saw that she was open and picked her up.
Hey, she's a great, very powerful tank. Lots of CC, very team fight oriented. They're picking up the Urgot regardless. That gives them 2 taints and a lot of team fight potential coming out from Rakan and Brand and Xayah. Honestly, that's a great comp. That's very simple. You have 2 tanks that can soak up a lot of damage, can engage for you. You have a very team fight oriented mid. You have Rakan, who is a very good engager, good for team fights, good for doing pits. You have Xayah, who's very safe, can fight very well in lane and out. Overall, that's a great comp to go for.
Yeah, but Team One is falling into that same trap again, where their team comp doesn't seem to be cohesive to what they want to do. If they want a pick comp, they needed more of a pick comp oriented team. But I'm not concerned about a God Squad because wait, is he going top? He's going top. Brand is up top against Swain. I believe that's the smartest thing I've seen.
I think
Always, always. Brand Swain has struggled against Brand since he was branded a mid laner. Brand was always a counter pick to Swain. Always. Picking him top would only be natural. Plus, you have a tank shredder on your team. Brand shreds tanks 100%. Even if this Trundle would get tanky, Braum would get tanky, he just shreds them away. Says Wani the Roch is back. You got Urgot to kill people. This is a poke comp, folks. Right over here. If they catch you out bad, they're going to kill you. Team one, team one, I don't see what you're going for. And that's my and I guess that's my big issue with team one. I don't see where
I
you're
do
at.
actually. I do.
You
With
tell me, because I don't see it.
with the Trundle, they have a
Okay.
very good split comp going.
Okay.
Trundle can just split for ages. Urgot is pretty good at dueling him, but Trundle can just split. He can't really be fought off by Urgot very well. Sejuani would have to come in, and Trundle can actually shred through tanks pretty well.
All
Braum
right.
is very safe. Can protect Caitlyn with these. Caitlyn, we were talking about, extremely safe. Ari, lots of good wave clear, and if she sees a chance for a pick, she can charm them, and that's a free kill with a Braum Q and Caitlyn follow up.
Okay. Let me counter you, right? Here's my counter. Split pushing don't work against a comp like theirs. So you split push, so you so the second you split push, right? They're gonna collapse on your team. They have much better engages. Sejuani ult. Sejuani ult. You got Urgot, period. You have Rakan. You have Xayah. These are guaranteed engages. Guaranteed, right? What do you have on the side of team one? You have Swain. Swain's got a Swain. You can trundle with the little thing down, and of course you have Brahms ult. Most of those aren't guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? They have to hit stuff. Even if Sejuani misses her ult, she slows everyone around you in that circle. You get CC'd in some form or fashion where they have to be 100% perfect at all times throughout the entire game. If they were going to do a pick comp, I'd like to see them do something that they didn't have to be perfect. Instead of Brum, get a Nautilus. Put a Nautilus right there. Nautilus can peel for Caitlyn. He peel for Caitlyn. Everything he does is guaranteed, and it makes picking a lot easier.
I also go for Zyra in that case. Less
You see
tanky,
him
but
a little less tanky if you wanted to go that right. But yeah, you're right. Protect if that's what you wanted to do. If that's what you wanted to do. But it doesn't seem like they know what they want to do. Because if that's the case, they pick all of the hardest champions to do the simplest jobs. That's
uh,
like cutting a turkey with a handsaw.
I mean, no, I agree with you. The split comp is all that I can see them really going for because their comp really doesn't work for much else. Team
It's what I'm
fights,
saying.
like they don't have a guaranteed team fight. They don't have a
But I
guaranteed poke. They don't have
but
a.
I guarantee you they're gonna try to team fight. I
Oh yeah,
guarantee
for sure.
I guarantee it because their team is a force type of team. They're gonna force you to team fight. They're gonna force it because they're going to be on your head and down your throat. They're going to force you to team fight, and you don't have the ability to, and you don't have the ability to force them to chill out, relax your nerves, let us split push. You don't have that ability. Nowhere in there screams you have to come deal with me. You don't have a Jax, a Mordekaiser, a Fiora, one of those champions that are so broken, so fundamentally broken that that other team has to go deal with that champion. A Trendemir, something of that nature. If you're gonna push, where is your Trendemir or something like that? Your Yi.
I do feel you're underestimating the Trundle a little bit, but I don't think he's actually going for it.
But no, I'm not underestimating Trundle. Trundle is great. He's a good split pusher. But can he 1v5?
Looking at this, I don't even think he's going for it because he's not taking Demolish. Any split pusher is trying to run Demolish so they can take those towers real quick.
Exactly.
He's not
But they're
running
not
it.
doing that. So that means this team comp is not for split. They're gonna team fight with this. And their CC is just so situational. Like Ari's got to be 100% on those charms. You can't miss one. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit it. Brum, you want to start with Brum? You got a Q. You gotta hit it. Trundle, you want to trap him and slow him down? You gotta hit him. You hit that pillar. You've gotta hit it. Swain, you throw out your E. You gotta hit it. Everything on their squad is you have to hit it, or you don't get the CC. Flip to the other side. Rakan, I can throw out. I could go ahead and jump over there with my W, hit R, and even if you're somewhere in the vicinity of where I jumped, you're now charmed. I don't have to hit you. I could do something else. And we already talked about Sejuani throwing her R, doesn't hit her target, but it still slows everything in the vicinity.
And Brandon's just massive team fight. I just can't see what they're
That's
going
all
for
I'm
here.
saying. That's all I'm saying. It just seems like they didn't discuss their identity here. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. Hold on. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what y'all planning on doing, do you, boo boo. Don't let me stop you. But if you ask me what they're going for, my question is, I don't know.
Everything I come up with, it just doesn't work out. I can't.
If you if you ask me, I just don't know, buddy.
Are they looking for an invade this time?
Whoa! Rakan, taking that bush. See, he missed that cue. Bet you can't follow up.
Flee like the cowards you are. Those who oppose me get gored. Don't worry, Brisson. I'll leave.
I just don't know. Like,
You're still trying to figure it out.
I don't know what they're trying to go for here. Like, you have a safe AD carry. Okay. You have a safe peel support who can protect the AD carry. Okay. You have decent team fight just from Swain. Swain is a pretty good team fighter, but Trundle, it does not fall into that. Trundle is not a team fighter. He's a 1v1 champion. He wants to split. He wants to go somewhere by himself. Ari
Right.
has decent wave clear, but she wants to look for potential poach. She serves as an assassin almost.
Right.
She's not really a team fighter.
So then what are they doing?
I don't know.
What's the plan? How do you win? Well, we'll see if they come back. Urgot. Tonkin. So the brand is mid, everybody.
Unfortunate.
Urgot taking some damage.
Yeah, Swain is still ranged. I mean, so he's allowed to just kind of poke him a bit. especially with that grasp. They're trying to make this Swain super tank. Between his passive and the grasp, he's starting to get really tanky real fast.
Hit that kill. Caitlyn too far back to follow up.
I don't imagine we'll be seeing much come out bot lane. We saw a lot of how they played in the first Damon lane, and
Right.
they have an even safer lane coming out from with Braum. So I don't think there's gonna be much time down there.
Nope.
I'll be pleasantly surprised if I turn out to be wrong though. Speaking of something happening,
Okay.
top lane,
Woo! Urgot goes in.
a Trundle
Well,
is
here
here.
comes Trundle.
Flash. Ooh, nice pillar. Ooh,
Nice. Nice pillar. Like I said, if
That-
you're gonna be that godlike on the champion, you can do this. See how perfect that pillar was? Perfect.
very well placed. Just to slow, just to knock back, cuts him off from his escape path, and puts down the W so he can run at him. Honestly, just extremely well done.
Brand is so mana dependent, man.
That's one of the issues. That's why Brand struggles in mid a little bit, because he wants to clear waves against a lot of these champions that have amazing wave clear. So does Brand,
Right.
but his costs so much more.
It does.
W alone is 70 mana. E is another 70 mana. Well, RQ is 70, and it does the exact same thing. So for half the mana, she's getting roughly the same result.
Picked up. Ganking this Urgot again. Pulling.
Doesn't
And
have any
he's gone.
flash. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what you want.
I
We
like
got-
how they gave it to the top.
Looks like they're just
Team
throwing.
one starting off a little different up top.
Looks like they want to put a lot of power into the Swain. Get him ahead, and then you have a lot of presence in team fights. That might be what they're going for. I mean, but
Right.
then you have the Brand to counter. So I don't know. I just don't see this going well, unless they can get the Swain incredibly ahead.
And I think that's why they're committing so much time to him up top.
They bust that
They're not-
flash from Urdot earlier in that first stage, so going after him again and again is a good idea.
They're not even giving him the opportunity to lose top lane.
A little different coming out from bot side though. Talon is behind a lot of CS right now, 13. Especially early on, that's a lot.
Yeah. They're doing a good job of freezing the wave. All right, on top of Brand, burning him alive. Gets charmed, stunned, and at last hit, take them down on the tower. Here's this Trundle.
Ooh, looks like we're seeing a lot of damage coming out. There's a stun
Oh!
onto Rakan.
Stunned.
But Zaya heal and they just walk away.
Just gotta back out. Just gotta back out.
This is what I mean. This is what Ari wants to do. She's kind of like a pick assassin, with a little bit less damage.
I don't know about that less damage part.
All right, let me rephrase that. Less burst, more consistent.
Okay.
Her damage is
'Cause I don't
roughly
know
equal
about
to
that less
assassin's.
damage, homie. I don't know.
Her damage is a little bit less than Assassin's in terms of burst, but it's a lot more consistent. Her cooldowns are a little bit shorter, and she has a bit more. She has true damage first off.
See, and that's a big difference. Cloud Drake, the first Drake up this time.
I mean, Cloud Drake was doing quite a bit of good for. Brand's coming down. Does he want to fight this? He has his ult.
Ran. But
Oh, piece of stone back.
this Urgot has not dodged a Q yet. Dodged the swing E yet. Doing that swing E putting in work up top. Looks like nothing came from Brand. He's gonna go back to his lane.
Not a loss happened, just a lot of clearing waves, especially in mid.
Yep.
Hey, he dodged the E. Stun's gonna be coming out for that Zaya. That's a lot of free
Zaya.
damage.
One more. Stunned. Oh, Rakan tried to.
Ooh.
That was bad.
Ari charming the Brand, but Brand follows up with his own stun
On
onto
the
her.
side. Oh, but the only that was smart from Ari, jumping into the Baron pit so that ult doesn't keep bouncing around her team. That is a smart play. That's sacrificing yourself to make sure your team is okay. That's team play right there.
Very good idea. She nearly died to
commend
dread him, but she got out, and that's all that
jumped
matters.
right. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna jump into the Baron pit. You know,
I'm
way.
I'm a Tourette before people start roasting you, buddy. Dreading.
Oh, snap. Yep, you're right.
Ooh, nice charm.
Oh! What a block from Rakan, but it didn't save his life as Ari takes it.
Rakan went to block the Caitlyn ult, but
And he
Ari
did.
coming out. Yeah.
He successfully blocked it. You can't say he wasn't in front of it. He blocked it. But then he just didn't see Ari coming from around the corner.
I mean, she had a beautiful charm. I mean, that was wonderfully placed.
Hey, before we go on, you got to give this Ari her props. You see her roaming? You see her roaming?
Yeah, hey, you're right. We do not see that enough. I never see Ari roams, and there she goes. She's already 2-0. She's popping off. She's doing great. She's a little bit behind in CS, but
Oh, that's nothing.
yeah.
She's murdering that Brand and pushing him out of lane. He's glad she's moving around so he can get some farm.
At nearly 1,000 gold difference in favor of Ari. Just shy of it.
He's glad she's moving around. Like, please. Like, yo, bottom, y'all gonna have to just stay safe, buddy. I can't take her, so I gotta. I'll let y'all know when she leaves.
Ooh, he coming out.
Know when she gonna be there. Pulled. Caitlyn. 2 shots. Just 2 short shots.
Ari's again. She's looking for this.
She's bottom again. She's not giving this bottom lane a break. They're going for it. Ari, Mr. Charm. Go for Rakan. Rakan using his ult to get out. Jumping on Swain. Ari trying to back. And this Brand comes down bottom. Buddy, you've done a bad play. Bad Brand. Bad.
Flashes for it, though.
Why?
They did the kill. They did the kill.
And you're not. Oh! Barely.
Oh, but that Sejuani ult. Oh, that was beautiful.
But it goes to Rakan. It went. I'm looking at it. It went to Rakan. Boom. That one goes to Sejuani. Rakan didn't make it. Rakan didn't make it. I was about to say he made it out. Didn't make it.
He was close. He was real close. Let's adjust these issues real quick. What time step are you at?
12.
Exactly? Okay.
At 12:05 right now.
All right, cool.
06, 07.
All right.
I was just watching it back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what'd you say was the button I did to get rid of the timestamps?
You?
All right, got it. I'm keeping an eye on this Swain's HP because he already has more HP than the Urgot.
Ari, looking to take some of these plates mid.
She's getting them. I mean, the gold
And
difference
this is what,
is.
but this is what I wanted Brand to do. Yes, you went down and killed Ari, but you could have been taking plates. You could have been catching up in farm. You're behind.
Ooh.
It's
Oh!
Ari.
Beautiful charm.
Ari's got jukes.
Yeah, she just ulted out. She was like, oh, hey, you're here.
Watch this, plays. Who you train with, Goku? You learned Ultra Instinct?
I think so. I mean, that's what that looked like to me.
Whoa. This Swain. Doing damage. Swain. This Hughes trying to drain him.
Just getting a lot of damage. I mean,
A
ooh,
lot.
both flashes coming out. They're looking for this. Swain is just so hard to kill with all of his sustain.
All so much. Such a healthy lead right now. Just the way he is, he's so healthy.
Especially
And
with Grasp.
So low. Told you. So Swain is gonna be that. Remember how I was saying they need a champion that can 1v5.
Yeah,
And you said I was underestimating Trundle. Well, it looks like it's Swain that they were planning on making a monster.
Yeah, apparently they put a lot of pressure into him. He already has 80 bonus HP from his passive.
They put so much time into this guy. They put so much time, so much effort in making him big, and he's doing great for him. But he's killing. But what I always say, if you're going to kill someone, you need to rob them too. I don't see them setting in for Shelly to get her. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Dragon's up
Set
too.
up for Shelly,
At this point.
get her, rob them, because you can clearly kill this Urgot. You need to rob them.
I mean, at this point, Arya has demonstrated she loves to roam.
Brand again down bottom. Surgeon, you weren't close enough when y'all started that match.
Their team is low. Brand has his ult, but I don't think.
Sends it. Says Wani.
They're sitting a lot of people down here, but I mean,
Mid taken.
yeah, they're rotating down. They're trying to get something here. They're trying to collapse. I don't know if it's a good play though, because bot had to back out. They're really low.
Urgot coming down.
Meanwhile, Swain's
Looks
left
like
on
we're
top.
about to go into it. They're setting up for Dragon.
Spray free bot was very low. There's not much that they can do to contest.
Can't. First Drake goes over to God Squad.
They're not immediately TP's top in order to stop this Swain. They're blind because he was not hit that tower.
We talk about this often. Turning kills into objectives. It's not happening for team number one. It's not happening. You're not turning kills into objectives. You're getting them, you're killing them, but they're not turning into anything. I'd like to see that be an early, you have Trundle, let that be an early Shelly. Really push that lane in. Really knock him down. Really put that Urgot behind. But no, none of that happened in this game.
They're not really doing much of anything. They've got a couple. The only person really rolling around trying to make these plays is Ari. She has the early pressure and she's using it. But no one else is really doing anything. They've come top a couple times, put some pressure into there. but not get anything out of it. A roam from Ahri onto bot lane's one thing. You're getting a kill and 2 assists on everybody, at the very
Right.
least. But, ooh, big team fight coming out here.
Here we go. Ahri, going in. There's
Ooh.
one. He goes down by Ahri. Now trapped in the back line. Brand trying to run away. George fails. Argot gets taken down.
You were talking about this Ahri having training with Goku and learn Ultra Instinct? I think you were
Yo.
right. She's all over the place. Ultimate
Bruh.
walls, getting the last second autos, dodging
Who
everything.
did you train with? Goku? Out here learning God mode. She definitely went to King Kai and learned something.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
But look at Blue Team. Look at God. Look at God's team. Look at this God's team. Look at them. They've taken objective after objective.
It's true. All the goal difference is coming down to mostly kills in CS. Mostly kills.
But they're keeping it close, waiting until they've bidden enough time to be dangerous.
Team 1 is really destroying it in terms of towers. It's 2-1 in terms of towers, but it's all you really have. You just got Shelly, I think, right? Yeah, Shuttle just got the Shelly. Almost Stuttle is down. They didn't use that try to get first to a tower on bot.
They finally get Shelly.
See, I like this. They've sent Swain bot. They sent Ahri mid to clear the top lane from Urdot, and they've sent the bot lane mid, where they can like do a 2v3 and have Trundle around to rotate.
So they're essentially doing a 1-3-1.
Essentially.
Spreading out that good pressure. Uh-oh.
Ahri's collapsing. Oh, no, she's out.
Brand trying to take on Swain.
Not gonna be working out too well for him. Get him low, but Swain's getting that tower. That's 3 towers to 1 in favor of Team 1.
Yep.
Big Fiend Divide going out mid. Sejuani gets hit by the Ermol.
Following up.
Ooh! Urgot gets the ult
Urgot!
onto Ahri!
And here we go. Her Ultra Instinct didn't save her from that one.
Everything she could, but you can't dodge. Swain flashes in,
Swain!
ults immediately.
Let's go. They back out of that fight. Brand comes down. Stunned. That Brand ate him alive. Told you. That's why you put Brand.
Ooh. Oh. That 12 HP. Rakan. We're close to death there, buddy. See, I think that team fight might have done a little bit better there for Swain if he hadn't used his stopwatch for literally no reason. I guess he assumed there was going to be more fighting going on. They were going to try to turn on him, but they just immediately flashed away. They wanted out.
The chat is saying you need to turn off your visible cursor, and you can also use the arrow keys, AQTR, or 1, 2, 3 to target the champs on the map. So instead of moving around, you can just use those to target people on the map.
How do you do visible cursor?
Yeah, go into interface, I think.
All right.
It's like show. Nope, those are chats. Because if you go in the game, think so. Burning, Brand, chase it. Doesn't matter how much health you got. Brand burned it away, catching Swain out all on his own. It's in the stream settings, not the league settings.
Ah. I'll hide it like that.
Brand burned Swain alive for all of that health and all of that time. Look at this. God Squad down on towers. Goal lead. Dead even. Always appreciate you, Sable.
I don't know why this chat's not popping up for me. I have to open up the actual web client.
All right. Trying to get a pick, but didn't realize there were 3 of them.
Not too much going on overall.
Nope, there's a lot going on. The battle of Vision over Baron. Baron is about to get real. And that's the next big object on the board.
Roller Dragon's coming up at some point, but not.
And
not
both
anytime
teams
soon.
needed to break this game open. If Team 1 gets it, it'll give them the force that they need to actually push their towers down. But if God Squad gets it, that'll be the worst case scenario. That'd be the worst case scenario. God Squad is already caught up in gold. They've already caught up in kills. And that Baron would put them over the top, forcing them to have to deal with it. This brand is burning this Swain away every time he shows up. Yes, you can deal with top. And yes, you can deal with Orgot. But now you're down here, you have to deal with me. Team 1 clearing it best they can.
They're doing everything they can, but not much is happening overall. I mean, like I said, they're
Again,
fighting for vision,
it's
but
it's real interesting micro play, right? That's what's good about what's going on here. You're watching not the game, but the micro play. Where do they want to put the wards at? Why do they want them here? Are they going to try to cheese them here? Which piece or which side of the map are they wanting to play on? Why is Swain so far down?
Swain doesn't have his teleport, so he can join this fight at any point he wants.
Exactly. He can join the fight easily. So they're trying to give God Squad a false sense of security to go for it because they see Swain down bottom. They could go for it, but he's also putting pressure down there that if they don't start it or do something, he's just gonna take their tower. So the micro play is really interesting because no one's noticed he's so far down. They notice he's so far down. He's not hiding it. He's doing it on purpose to lure their attention away. This is the micro play that makes League of Legends awesome to watch.
I agree entirely. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for talking so much because I got really mind flooded by the stream stuff. I lost complete track of what was happening in the game.
And again, Brand goes down for Swain. Swain trying, but here's this Brand forced to flash. Brand's after him, burns him away. Look at this. All that health goes down to nothing.
That means so does Brands.
And
Very
Brands
quickly.
goes down to nothing.
Speaking of nothing, this fight going up top lane.
Going down.
Ooh,
This one he forced to flash out, but they didn't protect Caitlyn and she goes down, and it goes worse.
That's a free Baron. If they want to do that now, that's 3 people down. Brand is so low, he is down bot still.
He's forced to go back. He has to go back.
But meanwhile, Zaya's is taking their mid towers. Swain's starting to rotate to stop him from doing the inhib, but
Team 1 putting pressure everywhere.
looks like she wants to go for this Infernal Dragon. Trade the Infernal Dragon for...
Arcee's go. Brand's out over there fight. They're gonna take both. They don't feel like they have to share. They took Baron and they exchanged it for Dragon.
Infernal Dragon is worth a whole lot, but if they can use this Baron to get a lot of pressure on towers, to get a couple towers to use goalie in their advantage, then it's completely worth it.
But hold on. Check the micro play from God Squad. Why is that Drake so important right now? It's not important because it's a Drake or it's Infernal. Right now, it's important for later on in the game. Now it makes the Eternal Dragon much more valuable to your squad. So if they want to go for Baron the second time, you don't have to worry about contesting it. Go ahead, give up Baron again to get Elder, and you two can fight over that.
I think what's more important here is that God Squad is stopping Team 1 from... Ooh, they're engaging on this real quick. Braum
Nope.
using the ult to
See again.
deny him.
They're trying to get him to commit to a fight. Since when he does that? But no one's there to back her up. They're having to back out. Woo!
So much denial on these fights. Meanwhile,
Caitlyn looking for a kill.
Ari's just bot pushing it down. Forcing her got TP. Swain's down here now. Looks like Team 1 wants to, Team Dogstar wants to rotate onto him. But he's just gonna back out too. They have no vision on the rest of them, so he has to leave.
They're gonna rotate down. Stop Swain from pushing. It's not a bad idea. They've already denied their first. And Baron and the Baron buff running down. Running down, getting lower and lower for both these squads. All right, stuck. They got to do something with this Baron, and they need to do something now.
They're trying to get
They're
something
not
off,
letting them
but
surround him. That's a great job, not letting them flank them from all over.
they had a bit
Forcing
more
them to
vision.
stay mid.
They had a bit more vision on the sides. They would be able to do this a lot more safely. Because right now they have to commit a person to watch the sides.
Right, and that's why they were trying to flank. But the problem is, they can't flank now.
Ooh, Brand gets charged
Wow.
and gets killed. Killed it over to
Whoa.
Braum. Swain's walking on the backline with his ult.
Boom! Urgot takes one. Urgot in the back line, doing so much damage. But gets taken down.
They managed to take down the Swain during all that too.
Woo, says Wani blocks.
That was a 2 for 3. All in favor of Team God Squad.
But even more importantly, they're again pausing this Baron,
Pause it. They're taking it off entirely.
making sure nothing big comes from this Baron. Nothing at all big. They're not taking towers. They're not sieging. They're not sieging. They're not winning 10 fights. They're barely scraping by the team fights that they won. If Brand would have landed his ult a little more cleanly, that would have been a fight in the favor of God. In the favor of God Squad.
It's like they're just kind of back off. They're just clearing the waves, making sure they each get the gold they need. Overall, I just want to reset. After all those fights, there's a lot of gold to spend. 2,400 on Zaya. That's quite a lot, yeah. Able to finish off her item.
And Baron
Hornets.
is down, gone, finished, finito. And nothing big really came of it. So now I agree even more with the trading dragon for Baron.
It's like I said when we first talked about it. If they could have used that Baron to get a lot of objectives off of it, then it was the right call. Trading Infernal for Baron. But because they weren't able to get anything out of it, God Squad denied them beautifully. And now, all they got from that was the gold.
That's it. The next dragon is up, and this one is an ocean dragon. God Squad already poised, clearing to take it. Rotating perfectly from objective to objective. This time, Team 1 looking like they want to fight it. They're not wasting any time. They're going for it. And the dragon gets melted before Team 1 has a chance to respond.
There's no vision control going on. Like, I'm looking at these.
Team 1 didn't even have a chance to respond there. You didn't get a chance. That's like talking to your mom. She asks you a question and you're just like, and she cuts you off.
You're able to get it off? I can't even get that half the time.
Pull it.
Urgot over that flash.
Easy. And that Brian out going well in the back line. Urgot pulling.
Alright, getting a lot of damage
Trundle.
off, but she's taking a lot too from this brand.
Going down. Brand burning away. Dead burning. The bane of Swain's existence returns.
That was a 1-for-1 in favor of, and got both junglers, but they also got the inhibitor, I believe.
Exactly.
And not only that,
And that's much more important.
the kill on Trundle was a shutdown. That was 700 gold going off over to someone. To Urgot. That's not who you want to get that gold lead.
And the best part is, they're taking their first gold lead of the game.
And they're not stopping. They're going for top tower here now, too.
And it goes down. What perfect
Belted.
rotation, not taking any time, not having to discuss, hey, what are we doing next, bro? No, they're going right over like, hey, bro. They're in a meeting. They're in a meeting. We ain't got to worry about that. We bring agendas to meetings. Team 1 needs to get their footing back. They had their foot on their necks in this game.
But they lost all that dragon control. All the dragons are inside of God Squad. Baron is already up. They can look for the pressure there.
They can look to get pressure, but it's not a priority for God Squad. In 2 minutes and 40 seconds, that's the priority. That's what we played for this entire game.
I don't know. I think there's a lot they can do a lot if God Squad just wants to send just Brand over to the Baron. You send Brand over to the Baron while they're doing it, all he has to do is ult.
I know it.
He's dead.
W ult.
Probably the idea of pentakill.
W ult, and that's just disastrous.
Rakan using the redemption by accident. That's not.
It ain't
say anything.
bad.
It's something, but it's not the worst.
It's something to note, but it ain't bad. It's not like it's gonna cost them the game. This blue squad clearing so much vision. As they put it down, they clear it up. Microplay. Look who's down bottom.
He has his teleport up. He can join whenever he wants. Swain does not have that advantage.
Brand. Creating a clear wall of where they are and what they can see. More vision.
Swain is being
hit
forced to
Baron,
back.
but they still need to stop Urgot. Urgot doing so much damage.
Taking the tower,
Wait, look! Trundle's gonna back!
they can do Baron. They can do it right now.
Go for it! They're taking damage from Baron.
But they're not doing it. Brand's lost half his HP to it.
Go for it, damn it. Go. I'm sorry. I almost cursed. Bro, just go for it.
Something like, because right now, like you have a Brand.
You have it clear. Go for it.
Swain is bot with no teleport. Oh, but they're just going for the fight.
They looked for it. All right.
And they're getting it.
Charmed. The charmer got charmed. Got flipped over. Bent over. Broken.
Ooh, no, nothing.
misses.
Ooh,
But
lots
it doesn't
of
matter.
damage.
That's why he jumping on top. Somebody's got to be on top, and this time it was Sejuani. Kaylin trying to kill somebody, making this worth it somehow.
That was a
But
2
it is
for
not.
nothing.
Redemption comes down.
Hey, look,
Already
it's back.
back up.
They can can just walk the Baron now. I mean, you have a Brand. You have your only worry on the enemy team now is the Swain. The Elder Dragon's up, so they can go to that as well. It's their choice. Looks like they're choosing to go for
And
Baron.
they're going to take Baron.
I mean, they melt it. I mean, that's a Brand.
Are they going to respond by going to Elder Dragon and take that?
I don't think so, because they had to respond to their base. And Urdot was still pushing top.
Baron taken.
Urdot's getting caught out here, though. I don't think he's
Yep.
going to be able to do all this. Oh, nope, never mind. He just
Flashed
flashes
over
over.
the wall and just left.
I said it. He had to prove me wrong.
You don't think Urgot's gonna get out? He said, bruh, I got flash up. Relax. That Urgot said, relax.
They're
I
paying
got
for this Elder Dragon.
Because if they get that Elder Dragon, this game is blown.
I mean, they already have a massive team fight advantage already with their team comp is well made, and then they have Baron and giving them extra AD and AP on top of it.
Uh-oh. Team 1, looking like, yes, we cannot let them get this. They have to contest. Team 1 has to make a decision here. They have to go in. Brand chunks down half of her HP.
Oh, says Ronnie's over the flank. She's coming around.
And
Oh,
look that, gone. Goes down.
look at that CC
Caitlyn running
chain.
for her life. Goes down.
She's
That's
not.
Money chasing little Caitlyn. She ain't gonna make it. She gone down too.
They don't need Elder Dragon. They can just. Oh wait, maybe not. They don't have any
Go on and
waves.
finish the game then.
They don't
Y'all
really.
big and bad. You're gonna finish the game.
They have the wave up by, and they're gonna have to push it down that alone.
2 inhibitors down. They ain't even worried about the third.
They don't need
Tower
it.
goes down.
10 seconds
Next
till
tower
bronze back
goes
up.
down.
And this is gonna be GG. And
And
once
at
again,
39-22, this goes down. God Squad bringing it home.
2-0. Beautiful game.
2-0. Okay. Calm down. Let's get into our analyst mind real quick.
Who are you telling me to calm down?
Me.
Oh, fair enough.
Me. Me. I'm super. So do you want to start with team 1?
No, please, you go ahead. Whichever team you think you want to talk about.
Team 1, let me talk to you, bro. Come here. Let me put my arm around your shoulder. Let me put your arms down. Put your arms down. Let me put your hands around your shoulder. Now, y'all had that one. I'm looking at you right now, man. Y'all had that one. And you ain't got to tell me what happened. I saw. Yes, it was a great game. It was a very good game. But let me talk to you real quick, Team 1. Let me talk to you. So, y'all need to go in the lab. Y'all need to go in the lab all together and watch this game.
That's
Go on to the lab. Watch this game. The first one, y'all got blew out. First game, y'all lost all the way through. But this one was winnable. This one was winnable. And you had every right to win it. Here's where you fell apart. You fell apart in 2 places in my book. 1, the objectives that you went for weren't correctly optimized.
they didn't have objectives.
Listen. I'm not gonna say you didn't have objectives. Because you did. You had 2 towers at the beginning. But bruv, can I call you bruv? I can call you bruv, right? Bruv, your top Swain was a monster early on. Listen to me. A monster early on. You did the greatest up top. I needed you to push it a little more. Push that a little more. Take that. Shelly shouldn't have been alive for so long. You understand? You kill him twice. And then you jank him again. Gank him one more. Knock him down. Push him out. You don't have to kill him. Just get him out of lane. Get him out of lane so he can't be back to contest. He's already used TP to get back the first time you killed him. Push him out of lane again. Take Shelly. Set up to gank him again. Set up and gank him again. Get him out of lane. Drop Shelly. Knock tower down in 10 minutes. You were on the verge of that, right? And then you just stopped. You stopped ganking top. I'm thinking that your bottom got ganked a couple of times. So what? Let that happen. Let that happen. Let that stuff happen. The problem with you was you needed to understand what was important. What was important was not fighting those fights, but taking the objectives. Push, push him out of lane, get get ahead and snowball and go ahead and nurse that lead. Swain didn't have that need. You know what I mean? It's a baby. You gotta put some formula into it. You gotta put some formula, some milk, you know, get it up there nice. You tried that. You were doing that. And then you stopped. If Swain was gonna be your win condition, and it looks like he was, it looks like he was gonna be your win condition at the end, at the beginning of the game. Don't stop putting energy into him. Keep putting energy into him. You can't stop raising a baby halfway through. He can't turn 8 and you go, you know what? I didn't raise you enough. Go on, get out. Go on. You can learn the rest from the streets. And that's what you did with Swain. You gave him a little bit of babying. You did good. You started raising him, and then you left him. And he couldn't be your win condition like he wanted to. He couldn't be super awesome like you wanted him to. Super mega awesome. You couldn't do that. Now, you also had the fact that they had a brand on the other team. That was something you couldn't have predicted.
Yeah.
Brand on the other team, you couldn't have predicted that.
Most
And
damage to the game.
Brand melts Swain, man. It's always been a natural fact. It's been a natural fact since Swain was introduced. Oh, hold on, guys, squad. I ain't done with y'all. I ain't get to y'all yet. Because y'all made some mistakes too. Hold on. One step at a time. Because I want you to understand. I want you to understand how close this game was in my eyes. At several times in the game, y'all were tied. You were tied goal-wise, tied kill-wise. You were able to bring this game back from God Squad. You were able to take it back from them. You were able to take it back from them. You see what I'm saying? You were able to take it back from them. But these small micro decisions that you made were the problem. You see what I'm saying? These small micro decisions is what you messed up on. And that's why I encourage you to go back and look at this game. Look at this game with a very fine-tooth comb, because these small decisions are the only thing holding your team back. I guarantee you, you fix these little micro decisions, you fix your rotation, you will be on. God Squad, let me talk to you. Come here, have a seat, shake my hand. Congratulations.
Hold up.
You've done.
Before you get off on another tangent real quick on God Squad.
Go ahead.
Let me interrupt you a bit. I want to touch a little bit about items a bit.
Go ahead, bro. Because I'm about to tell him, bro.
All right. First off, I just have a little something for Trundle. You build a
Go
spare
ahead.
visage. The enemy team had a brand, and had a Sejuani, had a Rakan. That has some magic damage, especially coming from the brand. But if you want to stop that magic damage, Spirit Visage is not the way. You have some natural healing in your kit, yes. But if you want to stop that magic damage, get adaptive. Adaptive destroys.
That's a good point. Adaptive helm is awesome. I build it every chance I get. I swear. Okay. Yep. Death Dance. That Death Dance is something we can talk about. But let me talk to you guys, squad. You weren't perfect. You weren't perfect in that second game. You fell behind. And I mostly want to shout out to this brand. Hey, brand. Let me talk to you, buddy. Let me talk to you. It ain't something super bad. It ain't something super bad. So hold on. I feel you getting defensive on me, but hold up. Let me talk. Ari did a lot of moving around, right? Did a lot of moving around ganking. But the best part about your bottom lane was they didn't give her anything. They didn't give her nothing. She went down there and she got kills the second time, right? The second time. But the first time, she wasn't getting nothing. What I wanted to see from you at that point was take advantage of the fact that she was gone. She's gone. She's not there. She's not there to oppress you anymore. You're not getting hit by random Qs. You're not getting hit by charms. You're not getting hit by random witch damage. Push your lane out. get those plates for yourself. What she was doing when you were down ganking bot is what I wanted you to do, is what I wanted you to do when she was gone. Push, get your plates, get your money up because you was behind. You was looking a little broke. You ain't had no money to your name. You couldn't get items to your name. Your minions was looking a little funny because she kept harassing you. I got you. It's okay. That's cool. Get your money up. When and this is to everybody. When your lane roams, right? You can do one or two things. You can follow him, and that normally takes a lot of risk. I didn't feel oh, bro, you could.
See,
We gonna get you an interview. We gonna get you an interview, and we gonna explain that one.
I
Hold
want
on.
I want to stop all this real quick because
Go ahead.
you gave him two options. You can either push
All right.
or you can follow.
Correct.
Both of those decisions require vision. If you felt safe enough to follow,
Oh, he going in.
you had enough vision to feel safe enough to push.
Oh, he going in.
Let me tell you what happens when you follow and you don't have vision. You
Oh my God.
Ari just sits in the bush. Ari doesn't go bot. She just sits in the bush. She
No.
waits for you to walk down. As soon as you walk down, she charms you and she kills you. The jungler's standing
Oh,
there. You get flanked by two people. That's what happens when you follow without vision. Luckily, that didn't happen to you that game. You were very lucky in that. But they could have easily done that the entire time.
damn, bro, you killed him, dude. I didn't
If
want
you
to
feel
kill.
safe enough to follow, you should feel safe enough to push. If you don't,
I killed you.
focus on your vision control. Tell your
Oh
jungler,
my
hey,
God.
put some control wards around my lane. This Ari loves to push and roam. Put some control wards around my lane. That way I can walk up and I can take the tower when she's gone.
Right, right. And yes, yes, there was a whole team. Even Brand had so much health that her it went affect and she fell off late game. Yes, but I'm talking about early game for a reason. I'm talking about early game for a reason. And the reason why I'm talking about their early game is because it's the only weak point in their game plan. The only weak part of your game plan was that beginning where they were moving around the map and doing good against you, and how to react to the part that you didn't react well to. And it's not to say that you didn't do well. You did well as the game went on. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. You stopped following her around. You got your money up. You played safe. You get great. You did great, bro. You did great. I'm not killing you in the comments at all, okay? Not killing you at all, brother. But what I'm saying is, at that point, make a decision. Tell your bot lane, hey, bro, she is missing. She is gone. I don't think she's coming. I don't know if she's coming to y'all. All I know is I can't see her. I can't see her at all. We got some decisions to make. So that lets bot go ahead and go, you know what? We just going to back off. Cool. They back off. They back off, and they sit under tower. Ari can't come down and get nothing. You get free pressure gold, it wins. When it comes to gold, it bounces around. You see what I'm saying? So if bottom is pressured, then the gold goes mid. If the mid is missing, if the top is missing, same thing. It bounces around. This is the safer way to play. This is the safer way to play. Now, you don't have to play this way, but with you already being behind and then going down bottom, it was very dangerous. It came out really good for you. I'm going to go ahead and say that. You came out really good for you, but I want to provide you another option. It's not me killing you in the comments. I'm not killing you. I'm just trying to provide you with what you could have did us a little bit safer. You see what I'm saying? Little bit, little bit, little bit. Not much. And I'm not saying you need to tweak that, but just keep it in mind. Just keep it in your mind. Just something for you to keep in your brain, your decimals. You know what I mean? Just keep it up there. Either one or okay. So Destimo, if that's how you say your name, Destimo?
Two people had MR on that team.
Yeah.
Adaptive and Urgot.
And that makes And that makes a world of sense what he's saying there.
She does have 2 damage coming out, but I think what she went for the void staff because she wanted to be she was concerned about killing those 2 front lines.
Right. And that's but that's understandable because remember what happened to them last game.
They couldn't kill the Cho'Gath, period.
That's all I'm saying. You got to remember the first game. The first game that Cho'Gath walked up on him. So it could have been a little bit of, fear right there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid that he's going to get too big to where I can't kill him. And we're going to end up in the same situation where they could just walk up on us and we can't do anything about it. We're just going to have to eat that. And that's not something that you want to ever feel as a game. So I would also watch your first game too. Your first game was interesting to say the least. But back to y'all, team one.
I'll say I think we should address something first and foremost that you've had
Mhm.
as a comment for both games.
Oh yes, go ahead.
What's the comp?
You say it, cause you you say it, cause I'm a.
What's your plan? What is your plan?
I'm gonna sound bad if I keep going.
Like-
now, hold on. We want to invite the teams to go ahead and come say their piece.
True.
I'm actually linking it in the chat here. So if you're from the two teams, go ahead and click that and follow us in there. We're gonna move into that lobby right quick. Do you have the link to that?
All right, let's do it.
It's chilling. It's chilling.
All right, I'll meet you there. All right, Howling, you're muted. Gary, which team are you from?
I was the brand.
All right, you're the brand. You heard what we said, right? About following the vision, all that.
Yes.
Okay.
And I all I could say was, well, touche. I was still afraid of Trundle though. I was really concerned that me smacking that turret would get trundled in the back, and I didn't have much way to run away from him at that point.
And our whole point would be is vision would prevent that. And it's not even you're not having to smack the turret to the point. You're smacking the turret to let her know you don't have to smack it and commit to it as an actual kill option. What you wanted to do was let her know, hey, bruh, if you leave lane, there's a threat that I will take your tower. I want that threat in the back of your mind. So that way you either commit to staying here and it gives my bot lane a chance to come back into even, or you see what I'm saying? It's just to put fear in their mind. I'm not saying you had to commit to it and actually take it, but make it a threat to her.
On that, like we were saying before, work with your jungler, because you might have seen on stream. I'm sitting here hovering around control wards. Both you and Sejuani only have 2 and 1. Y'all could have had if you're worried about the Trundle, just place those. It's
Certainly. I forget to buy pink wards all the time.
and that's what we're saying. When you buying pink wards is very, it's a support. You look at it like it's the support's job. That's the support.
No, not at all. Vision is a team effort.
Thank you for saying it. You didn't fall into the trap. You're a good guy.
Well, I'm a former support main, so
God,
whenever
how many
I
people in
can't count
ESDL
how
is
many
that?
times that I have heard Vision's a support jobs. That's ridiculous.
I swear.
Yes.
I swear. Bro, here's the thing. Okay? As a support main myself, don't look me up. I don't want any of y'all looking me up.
Y'all didn't look me up. I'm fine with that. Send all the hate my way. It's okay.
I didn't drop enough pink wards, but I mean, if you do look, I was right there on par with everybody else on wards placed.
Right. You're there with wards placed.
You're right. I didn't spend enough on pinks.
And especially in the early game where you only get the vision trinket with the stupid 1. You know what I mean? It gives you one every
I really
minute and a
wish
half.
Riot would let you buy greens again. I don't know why they ever got rid of it.
Swear to God. Swear to
That's what it
God.
is.
And then pinks are, and then did you realize you can only put down one pink? And if they don't discover it and you want to move it, you're gonna have to kill that pink to move it to the other area. It's ridiculous. You only get 2 of them, and you can't even put them down consecutively. I should at least be able to put down 2 pink wards if I can buy 2 pink wards. That's ridiculous.
It's insanely frustrating that you get one ward every minute and a half, 2
Right.
minutes,
Yep.
And it's
and
ridiculous. It's
there's
ridiculous.
any kind of vision out there is if you have the Sightstone upgrade on your Deadgum support item.
I swear, it's ridiculous. You just don't get enough. You don't get enough of any. You don't get
And
enough of any of it.
and if you're not going to give us green wards back, at least let the jungler have their Deadgum Sightstone back.
Oh yeah.
That or increase or decrease the time that it takes for that ward to come back up.
I really enjoyed for a while there. I was rocking Zombie Ward in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Would just drop my my little yellow everywhere, and once it died, it'd leave that little zombie ward, and they got rid of that interaction.
So I'm like, you can't. There's that's why buying pinks and buying wards and being safe is so important in this game right now. That's why such a big piece of the meta is destroying wards, canceling out vision,
We'll
because
get
you
to that.
have to
We'll
go
get to
through
killing them.
so much. You have to go through so much to get control of vision
and
over an
that's
area.
where Nomad, our support, is brilliant at. He's all about clearing that vision out. This guy's on top of everything you could want down there as far as vision control goes. He's got a pocket full of pinks every time he comes out of base.
You mean that? You mean he got a pair? Because you only can get 2. You can only get 2, and you can only place 1. You know that, right?
So I just want to address some
You only
things
get
first.
1.
Because we're going a little bit off topic talking about full vision. We
I'm sorry.
We don't have
I'm
3
sorry.
hours to talk about
We're
it
never
because
off topic. We're never off topic. 1 ward, 1 riot. I'm gonna riot.
I'm saying this conversation could last for 4 hours because that's how important vision is. This is how important vision is.
Yeah, I don't think anybody that takes the game even remotely seriously would contest how important vision is.
Right.
Well, I want to talk about things that we could have, from your perspective. What was going on in that game?
I'll tell
what was
you,
y'all?
being the brand in the mid lane, I'll tell you exactly where I felt the game turned completely in our favor, and that was when we caught the Zwain bot and the Ari or Caitlyn in the mid lane, and we forced that top lane fight.
Okay.
Where we caught the 3 of them out. It was the Brand, the Trundle, and I can't remember if it was Ari or Caitlyn that was up there with them, but we caught the 3 of them, got 2 of them down. I want to say we killed Ari and Brand, or not Ari and Brand, but Ari and Braum, and then took Baron right off of that. I really thought that right there was we were playing a good game. We were playing a close game.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
But you traded. You do realize you traded, right?
At that point in game 2, when we took the Baron down to
they had Baron, but you traded.
No, we took. I was talking about when we took that fight top side, and then we took the Baron.
Exactly what you're talking about. You traded.
We rotated down to go to Elder.
You mean Infernal?
No, it was probably about 36 minutes.
Team 2 is the one who took. You're talking about the one where Team 2 took Howling. You're talking about the one where Team 2 took Baron, and God took Infernal.
Got it. But that's not the one he's talking about. I think he's talking about the second time. I think he's talking about the second time.
Yep.
the second Baron of game 2,
Gotcha.
I felt was because they took Baron while we took the Infernal, and then because we had gotten
caught is a good way to put
it.
We
got caught out, and me and Zaya were off doing our whatever farm enters nonsense, and they rushed down the Baron,
But
and so we
but that's the
just turned
best
and
trade
took the
for y'all.
Infernal.
But that was the best trade for y'all. I mean, in both
At that
games,
point, yes.
you
If
had
if
all of
we
the dragons. You had
if we
all
don't
of the
take that
dragons.
Infernal Baron and getting caught, then yes, that would have been terrible.
I thought that
Um,
was a whole part of your plan, actually, because I stated that both games y'all had both dragons. Y'all had both dragons. Y'all had all of the dragons in both games, and maybe y'all were playing around the fact that you wanted to get Elder.
uh, we don't like to necessarily plan for a game to go that late. We like to win at 25 minutes.
All right, okay, that's fair. We all like to win at 25 minutes.
But well, I mean,
If things go right, we all win at 25.
whenever we split that and they came back with the Baron, I mean, comms were where we were lit up. We communicated brilliantly all through that. Um, if I remember correctly, aside from Baron Gold, they didn't get anything with it.
No, that's what we were talking about during the game
Exactly.
too. Like,
Exactly. And I was gonna bring that up when you got both, because you guys did so well at stopping Baron. And I want to commend you for one other thing. You didn't let him flank you. And that's another thing that happens a lot of times when people get Baron. They all sit mid instead of going into that little brush on the left side of middle to stop them from coming in from the side and ganking you. You guys did an excellent job at stopping that. You see what I'm saying?
there's only one thing I want to commend you for. One thing very in
Oh,
particular.
uh-oh.
Show death play.
um, well, see, now me and Uzi, we sniped Uzi last split. He actually took first place with his team, and we were the team. We were number 2. They beat us in the finals, and a couple roster positions switched out. Our ADC decided to focus on school instead of coming back. Puppeteer got bumped up a division. And we moved some people around. We brought in Nomad's girlfriend, Falcon, who played brilliantly in the jungle this evening.
Very.
Right. Very
And
good.
Forgotten Tactic, our former jungler, was an ADC main who'd been itching to play ADC this whole time. So we moved him there, and we sniped Little Uzi from the first place team, who coincidentally was playing top lane for them when we were against them. This guy's got a 80% win rate on Urgot and solo duo queue topside. So every time we were against him, we were like, no, just get the Urgot out. We're not even playing. So we're sitting there, champ select game 2. We've gotten the Zaya Rakan locked in already. He picks the brand. We're going into ban phase, and they're like, well, Bent, what do you want up top side? And I'm like, well, I've been practicing the Urgot. Go ahead and pick me the Urgot if you like. And then I was like, well, hold on a minute. We got the Urgot God right there. Let's just flip. I played mid all last split, and I've been a mid main most of this season, this ranked season for League of Legends. And I was like, well, dude, I got no problem picking up brand mid and letting you have this God pick here. We'll lane swap. We'll go about our day. And
right. So it was meant for Brand to be up top.
No. Uzi was actually going to play Brand originally until we came down to that very last pick of,
all right,
who do you want to take top into the Swain? And I was like, well, they got rid of the Cho'Gath. I can go. I've been playing a little bit of Darius. I've been playing Garen's my most played top laner, but they didn't really feel like a no CC champion was the way to go on the top side.
Exactly.
Let's go Urgot. I've been practicing some Urgot. I can, if nothing else, I'll just CS in front of turret,
Right.
Defensively, and then handle the split push whenever the time comes. And then it to, hey, Uzi, by the way, Mr. 80% win rate on Urgot, how about you take Urgot and I'll take the brand? And we sent him topside into the Swain, and he struggled early a little bit.
And that's due to the fact that they
right?
babysitted him. They babysitted him
the
early.
the Zwain is well, I'm being ranged.
Bur-
Zwain's
Ban
really,
Ergot.
really strong.
Ban Ergot.
But
Ban Ergot.
I- if you don't want to
Confirmed.
see the ergot, yes, I would say
Ban
just get
Ergot.
rid of him. Um,
Confirmed. Good lord.
uh, and that's where we got this group together here for this split. We're all
Mhm.
meshing really well, and the most beautiful thing about it all is we're all very versatile in what we do. Past life here, who's Forgotten Tactic chiming in as the ADC main, who every time he goes ADC, everybody bans Jinx against him. And honestly, that's a good move because I've seen him play Jinx. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm good. I'm good. Wait, what was your team name last split, if you don't mind me asking?
The bench warmers.
I knew
Oh,
it. I
right.
knew it. I knew it. Your voice sounds way too familiar to me, man. I was like, wait, I know this guy. I know this guy. He sounds so professional but southern.
Hey, so before we continue, is anyone from Team 2 still in the chat? Y'all can continue. I'm just gonna wait for a response.
But no. But before that Urgot was great, but we still want to compliment your Cho'Gath. I've never seen a Cho'Gath so oppressive before.
Oh, I have.
Okay,
That's
I
exactly
got-
what you want to be. That's
You
exactly how
had
you
a-
play it.
Bruh, when I say
I got a little
you had-
overconfident early because I don't know if you noticed that or not, but
yeah, we noticed. But then you came back
for it.
and you had them singing old work songs like "One of these days it won't be long." Cho'Gath is gonna let me farm. That was you just walking into a whole team. Understand? You walked into a whole team, took damage, walked out, healed up, came back, and just walked into them again.
Under towers.
Well, that was part of our conversation too. I was like, I apologize. I had 7,000 health. I just wanted to fight.
You didn't care. You didn't care. You just walked into them. And even when they did try to kill you, they gave you everything that they had. So when your team came, they had nothing left. It was almost like it was your strategy. And that's what I thought. I'm like, look, they have to
I was
target
there
Koken.
just to be the giant meat shield. I mean, you saw it at the end of that game one. Cho'Gath was the entire length. You couldn't hit a skill shot past me without it. You know, it was
they
like
had to target you. So in the fact that they couldn't just melt you down, so they were forced to have to give you all of their big skills, big damage.
and on the side note, if they don't focus me and they try to rotate and handle the Akali was just going to nuke them.
Bruh, and that Akali, are you still in the chat, Akali? If your Akali is in chat or if he can hear my voice later on, bruh,
Little Uzi's on. I don't know if he's still watching though.
At the end of that game,
We had fun with that.
Oh my god, I couldn't even call it. He just went. He did it. Wait, hold on.
Push the pause button.
I need to rewind. Right? I can't find where you were. And I don't even have, like, you know how you normally can't see it when you're in Shroud and you can't see Akali because she's moving around in Shroud? That's not like that when you're spectating. You can see where she is. I just couldn't tell you what she was doing because my eyesight, I'm like looking and I can't tell you. It was nuts. And then Zaya popped off, bruh, and then she popped off because they couldn't do nothing with you and they couldn't get to her. It was crazy.
Biggest surprise to me in game 2 was that they left the Zaya Rakan open to where we could pick them into rotations.
But
I thought for certain that they were either going to ban one,
but she was sleeper. She was a sleeper. What I mean is they were so focused. You got to realize how oppressive you were.
Well, see, Riot specifically designed that Zaya Rakan to be the strongest bot lane duo, period.
I hear you.
When somebody's willing to pick into that and
right.
play it as well as we demonstrated game 1, I couldn't understand why they decided that wasn't ban worthy or pick worthy in game 2. They
And
had an opportunity to
I'm gonna
deny
tell you
us
why. I'm gonna tell
that
you why.
exact.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why they didn't see it as a problem. And it was you. It was you. You were the reason they didn't think that that was worthy. The
There,
reason being is Cho'Gath
Okay, so
was the problem
remove the
in game 1. You were the problem in game 1. Understand?
the
If
other
you weren't there, they could attack Isaiah and Rakan. They could do that. They could get past them. They could get past them, get to them, try to do damage to them. They couldn't see how oppressive that team was because they could never get to them. You were always in front.
well
You were
now they
always so. They couldn't even
and
use the damage. They didn't even know what they did. All they know that they died, but they saw you in the front. They didn't
well
know that Zaya killed them
and then it's understandable. But yet then my response to that is then why keep banning Echo and Katarina?
because they didn't want your
If
Echo
Zaya
or
and Rakan were the issue, then I feel that those would have been the more appropriate bans.
you feel that way. You feel that way. But I felt like as long as they got rid of the Cho'Gath and there was like nothing that big in their way, they could get to you and battle you on a
Well,
team to team basis.
they certainly kept it close. Like I said, it was a
Exactly.
nail biter of a game all the way up into that second barrack.
Exactly. Because they were doing good against Zaira Khan bottom lane. So they weren't doing bad. They weren't doing terrible. They were doing pretty good. So it wasn't a big threat. You see what I'm saying?
in fact, it
Cho'Gath
throughout
was
the
the big threat.
throughout the entire first game, their bot lane had the advantage. They were up in CS. They even had a little bit of kill advantage. But then you walked down,
And that was it. That was a wrap.
and all of a sudden that advantage is gone completely from their side. It's completely on your bot lane side. Your bot lane got
Exactly.
so far ahead because of how
You,
fed you were. In the second game,
you,
it didn't go that well because I think they were a little bit tilted from the first game. They weren't playing their best. They weren't playing their full potential.
I did notice that they moved a lot of people around for game 2 as well.
Yeah,
hmm
they weren't CSing as well. They got really behind.
and it was just you. You did that. I want you to know. I don't want you to put this on the rest of your team, and you're good for that. I've interviewed you before. You good at giving shine to everybody that you play with. You good at that. You good at shifting the. Oh, I wasn't nothing, but this guy right here, this guy, that's you. We're not letting
Oh,
you do that this time.
by all means, I felt my brand was the game player in game 2, but you showed me where I could have done a little better.
Right,
You know, he
but
says
game one.
God Squad, you weren't perfect, and I was like, well, bullshit, Brand was.
Nah, but stop. No, seriously. You in game 1, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't figure, and normally when I'm good at it as a caster is figuring out a way for the other team to bring it back. If they did this play or moved here or did that, they could have brought it back. I couldn't say that in game 1. I couldn't. There was no point where you weren't just in there oppressing them.
The only points
Well,
that I even
now
could have they could have done against you is change up their item builds and change their champion picks. That's the only
But
thing.
that's
they would
it.
have with their composition in game 1, they would have had to keep relying on the split push and you know
Bruh, was that
they
the
did
point of it?
you're right, they didn't itemize appropriately. Yorick needed a ZZ's
Mm-hmm.
Yorick, and I don't get the front line for that Zaya then. I have to go. Yeah, well, I mean, sure, I was able to just run him down and chomp him anyways, but it forces me away from the 4v4 where Leo can then have a big impact. Leo couldn't get to the back line without me eating her, you know?
All and that's the crazy part. You just was so oppressive. It was so good to watch. It's so good to watch another tank just oppress a whole team. It's good to watch. It's good to see with your eyes. You know what I mean? Feels
Well,
good.
I thoroughly enjoyed game 1. As
I
you might
imagine.
imagine, where I think I had 12 stacks at the towards the end of that game on Cho'Gath. I was so disappointed. There was an interaction that not long ago where oh goodness, I just got a text message. Hold, let me regroup my thoughts here. Okay, what Cho'Gath used to be able to eat the little pets from Yorick,
Right.
and they did not count towards his 6 stacks from minions. So between and it used to work the same with Malzahar too. Malzahar would send his minions at you, and you just
Chomp on them and get the
and get unlimited free stacks without them going toward. And they just recently fixed that.
mhm,
Between
finally fixing these bugs.
I'm not for certain exactly when the last time was that I played a show into Yorick, but uh, to his credit, he punished my early game aggression very well.
Yep. But he
Man,
just couldn't
I was so livid with him surviving that second fight with 20 health. I was absolutely flabbergasted. I threw my headset.
Bro, I'd have been pissed too. That dude walked away with like the smallest minuscule of health, bro.
And
I was like, oh,
it was one auto attack with my empowered E, or it was his one Q, and his Q came back first before my auto attack went off.
oh my god.
And
I was
Oh no,
I was
Falcon,
sitting
your
there-
jungle is not underrated. We fully recognize how hard you actually carried those fights a lot, especially in the second game.
oh,
Let's get-
I'm telling you, they're going to ban Sejuani against her every game now.
Bro, let's
They
they're
banned
not gonna
Sejuani
let that
anyways.
through.
let's talk about your jungle for just a minute. Let's talk about your jungle for just a minute. You underrated. Let me talk to you. I don't main Sejuani. Okay? I don't main Sejuani. But I see why they banned it from you the first time. I see why it was banned from the first game. I see exactly why. You were
we
able
just
to
got to get
you had
Uzi
some-
a few champions there, because
Exactly.
every time we were like, Uzi, pick the Sejuani, he goes, oh, well, I don't have her. Okay, well, in the break, buy her.
So,
And 2 came and he goes, oh, I forgot to buy her.
oh my god.
All right, I just want to bring
Nah,
something. I want to bring something up.
But hold on.
Go ahead.
Before we push on, I'm not done with Falcon here.
Oh, that's what I'm about to talk about.
Oh, you about to talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you talk about. Go on.
Okay.
You got
I want to
hold
bring
on.
something to your
I hope
attention.
you're still listening. Don't leave. Keep listening. Type that you still here.
You are probably one of the biggest reasons your team stayed in for game 2.
Facts.
You had every dragon under your control. That kept the gold lead so minimal that your team was able to stay in there. If
And
that,
let me tell you.
Her objective control. Just every time we thought there was an opportunity for us to sneak something, she was right there going, let's
Bruh.
do it. Let's melt this dadgum thing, making the call, getting us there. We took that bot lane turret moments before the enemy took our mid turret, and we were
Exactly.
like, well, let's get the turret, let's get first turret gold, and then
you
let's
move
turn it
down.
into this. And she was all over it, right there with us, just kill it, hold it down, and kicking ass, frankly.
Listen
You're
to me.
absolutely right. Had it not been for Sejuani maintaining that jungle, giving us a chance to come back.
And I'm gonna point something else out to you. You made a play that made me scream
Killer.
my head off right under that tower where that ult missed. And I was like, oh man, they're gonna back out. No, she jumped in there. She made it work. She went, nope, y'all missed this. They missed thing after thing. Y'all missed CC after CC. And she went under the tower, get shot twice, made it work, hit the 3 of them together. They turned on her, and y'all collapsed on all of them. And that was all thanks to you not giving up on everybody missing. They missed so much CC in that one row, and it was down the middle. When y'all going into the middle to push, let me tell you, I screamed my head off. Y'all were pushing down middle. You missed R. You missed your R. They got away. They were slowed, but you couldn't stop them. You were slowed, you couldn't stop them. Brand missed his Q right after hitting his W because they flashed out.
I know the fight.
You
You're
know the fight.
absolutely right. Yes,
And,
yeah.
and you didn't give up. She
We
didn't give it
ripped
up.
everything. And she goes, well, they don't have a turret.
And you went and she just charged. She's like, nope, I don't give 1/4 of what Jesus gave you. I can't curse on this program. I swear to God.
Yeah, I remember that fight. Yes,
Bro,
indeed.
you missed everything.
We missed everything.
Still went in. She still went in. And the best part about this story is you didn't die. Let's go.
Nope, she turned around and walked right back out when it was all said and done.
Go. Underrated my tail. And if you listen back to when that happened, I'm yelling, and she's not giving up, going into 3 of them. You will hear me going in on that. I promise you, you did the best. I'm gonna learn from your Sejuani. Not, I'm not a jungler. I don't do that. But I can definitely learn from your tenacity. That was dope.
She played that just immaculately.
That was dope. I was like, oh man, that was dope. Man,
we thoroughly we
But hey, before
we were really glad that she decided to join the team, and we had our growing pains, of
course,
practices and everything.
Of course.
And most of it was my fault because I've been out of top lane for so long. They've reworked so many champions that the Aurelia, the Aatrox, the Urgot, and some more in there that go top side that I just, if you hadn't kept up with it, 500,000 mastery points on this champion that you used to play top side, all the time. But guess what? The matchups are not the same anymore thanks to these champions changing. Played Cho'Gath into Uzi last season or last split. I played Cho into his Illawarra. And when she was initially released, I used to love playing Cho into her. Oh yeah, by all means, take my soul and do a little bit of damage. It doesn't matter. I'm going to knock you up, silence, and eat. And that wasn't the case. He punished. Let me tell you, you might catch so that game
about Illawarra. Yeah, I think I did. I remember.
I had 50 CS.
Yeah, you were behind
20 minutes,
and I was sitting there like, yeah, it don't matter what they doing down bottom if top doesn't get it together. Oh my God, I remember being so harsh about that game.
It was one of the only games that we beat Uzi and his squad in. And it took my Cho'Gath all of 45 minutes to even get viable or not viable. What's the word I'm looking for?
Come online. That's what we use.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It took every bit of 45 minutes. I think we had to take 2 Barons and 3 Elders to win that hour-long slugfest.
Yeah. And I remember running out of voice. I'm sitting here sipping out of like a little sippy cup from the side of my computer, still trying to call everything that's going on here.
Yeah, we picked up two really game-changing players in Falcon and Little Uzi, in the interim there between the splits. We did have to give up Puppeteer.
Yeah, I remember.
As you know,
he was good.
At God Thresh. I mean, this guy. We didn't lose if he was able to play Thresh.
I wanted to learn from his Thresh. My Thresh is trash in comparison, bro.
We've got everybody now in really good positions, and moving forward, you might see some more lane swapping out of me and Uzi. So good luck game planning for that.
Well, we're gonna. I'm just gonna have to just add.
As you saw today, you can ban out Uzi 3-4 champions, and then he's like, "Well, hell with it, I'll go top."
Hell, I'll go top this.
Take my Cho'Gath away from me and a few other top laners I'm comfortable with, and hell, me and Uzi will just swap back, and I'll go mid on and handle my business there. We really are gonna be a threat this split, and
good.
We were competitive last split, but we're gonna take it this one.
That's what's up. I like to hear that. I love the tenacity from split to split. I'm actually playing in my first split this season,
Oh yeah, I saw about
and
that.
yeah, I'm actually playing this season, and I don't think I like it too much.
Well, I'll tell you, when we had the interim there, the break, it was me, Tactic, and Nomad. We really was like wanting to get 5 of us together like we have now, at, where we had a jungle main, you know, because Nomad was a support main before top laning for us last split.
Right.
So I was a support main before going mid lane for the entire season.
Yeah, all of
Um,
y'all were support mains if the last time we talked
and
is still something.
Tactic being an ADC main, so we put Tactic bot, we put Nomad down there with him, and I don't jungle. I don't even try to jungle because that's how we lose. Vintage is in the jungle. It's
Dude.
GG. So we were really looking for 2 individuals that would come in, stick with the team, split in, split out, let us grow together, and look out, LCS, we're coming.
All right. Now that this is all, we've covered a lot about what your team was doing for, what you wanted to
A
do.
lot.
I want to get the other team in here. I want to see what they were doing for.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
is
by all
anyone
means.
Howling, if I can get a link.
is anyone available from the other team?
I
Yeah.
think I have Blueprint on my friends list here on the League of Legends. Let me see if he's even
He's not responding to me. I've got
AFK.
Putting a link back into the chat just so.
I just sent it to him directly.
Oh, you did? Okay. Because we really want to know what was happening on the other side of this game. It's, you know,
I've loved to hear their comms in game 2. Because like what we established, they were very competitive until about 36 minutes when we got Baron, we got the fight outside of Elder, and then I mean
Sergeant of
it was
Mithril.
all right.
Mithril?
All right.
Sergeant Mithril?
Yep. How you doing there, guys?
Hey,
Welcome
doing
to the
great.
party, sir.
Hey, not bad.
Doing
Very
great.
well played,
Can
topside,
you
by the way.
I was getting ready to
Thank
ask you what team you were on, explain what team you were on and your role, but
Yep.
he beat
Yeah,
me to it.
top laner for the what is our team name again now?
Team one.
Unlucky and bad.
Team one. You're just team one till you come up with a name.
That's it. It's in the Discord. We just got to it until after the matchup stuff came out. So it is actually Unlucky and Bad is our team name.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I thought you were just this.
Yeah, I thought that was a joke.
Like, no, you're not bad.
No. Someone we had an earlier mid laner. An earlier mid laner decided he wanted to name us like something some like esports name, and we're like, wait, what? Nah. So when he left, we came up with one. We're like, yep, Unlucky and Bad it is. You'd have to talk to our support liner support because he will let you know how bad he is at this game on a regular basis.
Oh God.
As a meme, of course.
Right.
I relate. All right.
It's funny. We couldn't decide on a team name either. We had to run it through a random name generator or a random number generator to pick for us. We had
God.
well, I mean,
y'all came up with God Squad. I thought it's because y'all took the best pieces from last split and created a God Squad.
Well, see, I wanted us to be named the 3 Amigos plus 2 Randos.
Mean Machine.
Yeah, you got 3 from that clan mark. That clan
I like
tag
that.
on there.
I like that.
All right. Okay. I need to stop this.
Oh my God, this dude.
We need to focus a little bit. Okay. I want to ask some questions. Some serious things.
Go ahead.
Sergeant.
He got you.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
What was the plan? I've been worrying about this for both games. Both games.
First one. You saw the first game. We picked some very let's just say late game champs, and with an Elise to hopefully get us through over the hump. And we had both games. We had pretty good early phases, lane phase. I think first game, we had to lead until about 20 minutes, and then some bad, had a couple mishaps at some objectives. Other team did great. Like the vision denial was just scary good.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
scary
we were
good,
we were
Very.
talking about that.
scary good.
Yeah, we
and
can
then
thank Nomad for that one. Well done, sir.
yeah,
You can't see your hand in front of your face.
nah, yeah. We had a lot of stuff, a lot of wards right outside our walls, but I'm not sure how good that does for the rest of the game. Uh, but
I'm
so we did that. We didn't get scaling. I think we let a little bit of the early game success go to our heads. We took some mid game team fights when their champs were in their power spikes, and we were, let's just say, a little bit further away from it. But they did real good objective control, real good vision denial. We're running into pretty much all these blind spots to try to contest stuff. We figure they're trying to contest them. They did set up a couple, especially in the second game, a couple of baits that, including the one that ended the game. But
Yep.
yes, first one was hopefully, you know, let's go ahead and get York, see if we can at least answer the Cho or do that. And then 40 minutes in or 36 minutes, we have an unkillable Cho'Gath. That's always fun. Like 6,000 health, 4,000,
Bruh.
4,500 health, some whatever craziness it was.
I just want to point out that Cho'Gath meant that you ended up doing the most damage in
I
the
know.
game
I know. Oh, I know.
just from
Yeah,
hitting it
it was.
nonstop.
I was actually surprised to see that the Yorick that you sir gave up on the split push and went to team fight more.
Well, what ended up happening was that more calls is we were losing around the map, and the Cho ended up trying to do that, and they didn't really. The two games with Zaya Rakan and the Rek'Sai, or even heck, even a knock up from the Cho'Gath made it to where it's a little bit too easy to catch out our team out with numbers, and
Yeah.
they're a little bit too far behind. So it's like maybe try to stick with them, see if we can get something, see if I can get the good wall, see if I can, you know, get some cheeky
So
damage in there.
it was a team call then to bring you in instead
Yeah,
of
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was, well, a lot of it
Different.
was built around the fact that we didn't have vision denial, because it wasn't like Cho got smashed on, like both of us fighting against each other was going to be a nice long drawn out battle at whatever time. The fact that I couldn't see if one or two guys were coming and switch it up, like
Yeah.
I think I died bot lane a couple times where it's like, oh look, here's a Cho, we're going to try to match. We don't really see anyone. We think they're over here, and then next thing I know, I got an Akali and a Rakan, and it's like, well, this was fun, guys. It did work out in our favor on the first Baron grab. It's, we hope that they would go down there. I think we saw Zaya. They're like, hey, go down bot. As soon as we see the Rek'Sai, we're gonna fricking go ahead and burn down this Baron.
I was not there for that fight with you in the bot lane there where y'all
Oh,
got Baron. I was floating somewhere around mid, just like
yep.
can I
There
go
was no
chomp
fight
it?
bot.
Can I go chomp the Baron? I want to go chomp the Baron. And they're like, no,
Yep.
just let him have it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You were mid lane. That's
And
right. That's
and
right.
to me that was a smarter idea. Y'all let him have it, and then y'all killed
Yeah,
and
but
they
I
took the
think I
dragon
think you got
from you.
2 out of the 4 on the retreat. So I know not the entire team of 4 got out. I believe got out safe on that one. I
So
may be getting a Baron, one of the other Baron plays mixed up, but I know we did have some issues getting out
let me
clean.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why didn't you stray further away from your comp in the second game?
So that's my
In the
big
second game,
thing.
well, we have what we have. I'm not sure if you all noticed this, but we had I believe 3 people playing different roles from the first game.
We did.
Yep, we noticed.
Didn't mention it,
So
but we noticed.
We didn't mention it because we were like,
no, so 4 of us played last season on a team. We enjoyed each other's play style, whatnot. We ended up losing in the last game of the playoffs, but our coach decided to join us because we had a coach last year. He joined us this year to be our 5th player, and the other 4 stuck around. We
right,
kind of know a lot what we do, so I'm a support main.
okay,
Our Blueprint's a support main. and then obviously we have our support, who's a support main. We also,
The opposite of my team.
yeah, we have a lot of support mains on our team. Uh, we all play decent secondary roles, and so our jungler this season was our mid laner last year. So he's playing that now. We had our ADC out on the jungle in the second game because he's played some of that. We also have our both myself and our actual support can play some top lane. So we
Okay.
can mix and match depending. Our pools are like certain champs and whatnot are a little bit more comfortable with different champs, and so we can kind of play around that stuff, that play style. The first one didn't work so well with trying to get the early game jungle action going. Like just vision was hard. It's kind of hard to like capitalize on a bunch of your early game stuff.
Right.
But so we switched that up, went with someone that's a little bit more comfortable running running maybe a little bit more tankier thing, putting out the trundle, hoping that they'd pick the Sej into it, which thankfully they did. But when team fights came around, it's just a little bit too rough. The Urgot got to our back line a little bit too much. I would have loved to have the Leona instead of the Braum on that last game, so at least we could, you
I
know.
want I want to challenge you on that.
I gotta say as well, from the brand,
Hmm.
that Braum shield was big.
It was.
Stopped my
It was.
ult on quite a few occasions. But that also being said, had you had the Leo there to peel a little better for that off
Yep.
that Urgot, I could see how either one there would have been beneficial.
I want to challenge both of you on that.
Okay.
I want to challenge both of you on that. I said from the beginning that the Braum was going to be an issue because he's too situational, is what I'm saying. My big thing was he's too situational. You have to hit your Q or you have to hit them to start his passive to stun somebody. And that's the only form of CC outside of his ult that he had. Every ult that he used in the game got him off your carry, but then they got right back onto her.
Yep.
So he was doing his job getting him off her. But what I disagree with was your best bet there is Nautilus. And the reason being is every single time he hits somebody, it stops them dead in their tracks.
Yep.
Staggering blow is
Yep.
for every target every new target he hits. As soon as he hits them once, they stop. They are forced to be stunned.
All right.
Yep.
Into account that Braum shield probably ate about a good 4 or 5 of my ults.
Alright,
And
I-
you would have
Until
seen
it
my
didn't.
damage.
Until it didn't.
I probably would have
Yeah.
put about 50k up. Just being
I
able to
think,
push R on those team fights.
Yep, I do believe part of it is so the one that we saw when we were team fighting was uh after the first couple kills on the Swain and whatnot, I was normally back there with my alt and like a Zonia's holding off like 3 guys,
Right.
which is fine,
I want to
but
bring up a
we
couple of
couldn't
things.
keep the Urgot from literally chasing our back line so far back because we didn't have that consistent CC. The reason not Nautilus, probably just purely down our supports preferred champs. It probably would have been better there, like you said, to keep that off. But the Urgot was hungry for that ADC ass, honestly. So
Hey, brother.
he was going for it.
Hey, bro. If you need an Urgot trainer, I'm right here.
There you go.
I play Urgot like every day.
Are you sure you
That
mean an Urgot?
Oh wait, no, that's your guy. That's your guy. That's your guy. That's your guy. Nautilus. I got one more
Yeah.
question.
All right.
Does the fact that you have such a limited champion pool, does it impact your team coming up with a full plan strategy? And what I mean by
Yes.
that is pick comp, a pick comp, a push comp.
100%. A lot of the champ pool, since we have so many that are, I hands down let you know, I have the most limited champ pool in my current position. They were very ESDL was very kind putting me in the division I am as a top laner versus what I told him my skill level was. So, and by kind I mean we go
Yes,
have some words.
I got you. I got your sarcasm
Um,
right there.
on the other side of that, when we were game planning for your team, we scouted Sergeant Mithril out, and I says I can handle it.
Yep.
He just says I can
Yeah,
handle it.
Yep.
All right, I want to.
we didn't ban the Yorick or oh, what was the other one you had? We banned the Zwain the
Bainsman,
first game.
level 1. Yep.
I didn't even see Zwain on my radar as a top laner initially. I was seeing what was it? What was I looking at? I Yorick for certain.
Alawi, Maokai, some Poppy games in there, but depends on if you're looking at my ranked record or like what I've been spamming recently. So
I was looking specifically at ranked stats, and
that,
I saw the Yorick and one other, and I was like,
that's probably the Maokai. You know, it's like I think 75% win rate or so. Not very limited pool, but 75 and like a 4.5 KDA would be my guess. Those are probably my next best one.
Stop fanning Uzi. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
All right,
But it's not. But it's one of those. Is it's played with like the team and rec and
yeah,
we're
I get it.
very much a
I
top to bottom
don't.
type
Right.
normally. So the issues we've had in the past is me
Mhm.
having priority into a lot of like the more damage lanes. So and being able to like roam down and stuff like that. And with my not just limited pool, but a lot of the matchup knowledge I don't have, it
Okay.
becomes a little bit of
And
a
that is bigger than anything, really.
yep.
I have 250,000 mastery points on Garen, 180 on Cho'Gath or whatever. So I have these tanks that I have a lot of time invested in. That was last season before.
Yeah, you can't do that
Like
now.
I mentioned that they've reworked so many different
Oh yeah.
champions in the top lane. It's
And Pantheon
you
is
know
coming next.
And that hit mine because I used to be a top laner. I was getting back into it, but my like top lane pool is
there is some serious growing pains on my top lane
yeah.
champion pool that
My
I have a
original
plenty
three
to
was
pick
Forest
from.
Yorick, Galio, Scion, and Old Swain.
Dang, you got nerfed bad.
Ain't not a single one of those play even close to it.
Everybody you just called got nerfed bad.
And we were
Terrible.
sitting there trying to pick somebody into Zwain, and I'm like, well, give me Mundo. He gets free magic resist. And they're like, dude, have you played Mundo into Zwain?
No, it's oh, I'm so glad you didn't. I'm so glad your team was there to tell you not to do that. I'm so glad
all
they
right.
were there.
Yep.
I have a question for Sergeant, real quick.
Go
This
ahead.
question also extends to you, Gary.
Mhm.
What was your win condition? This is something I was trying to figure out
Ooh.
throughout the entire game of what you were trying to do with this, with both games, with both comps. This,
Stop, because we were before you answer,
Uh,
we were having arguments about what it was.
I'll say from my perspective on game one, I called it off the beginning. I says these guys are gonna they're if they execute the split push, we're in trouble. Can you all handle this 4v4? Because I'm gonna have to break off and answer this and stop that. Like anybody else besides Cho'Gath in that first team comp would have been capable of answering that split push
Yep.
out of that Yorick for until at least Akali had 3 or 4 items.
Right.
Just unkillable with her self healing. She couldn't even go up there and meet Yorick in a 1v1. So we really that your team decided to just get away from
Bail
your
on,
win condition kind of perplexed me. That I even made mention of it to these gentlemen here. Like, where is the ZZs? Where is this
Yeah.
this pressure?
Part of that is as much as it's like it looks like it's going to be maybe a hard 4-1 or something like that,
Right.
is we do that in certain stances, but since I am the least experienced in my role, is
Mhm.
normally what it is it's keep the other two aligned, be a nuisance, and do what I can. And if the nuisance ends up getting strong and split pushing for days, that just makes it easier for the rest of the team to team fight. And uh, York is one of the better, if you just go split push, to be able to team fight if you have to type thing, you know? So it's more of a we don't play through top at all.
Okay.
Not that that's a bad thing. It's more of that is normally I'm a treading water guy. I got my Swen, I got my Yorick. I'm pretty competent on both of those. I have not had many games where one is,
A
most of the
giant
time one's
Cho'Gath
ran
just
off.
running you down.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of them gets that. I get Mordekaisers, I get this. It's there's an answer for one of them if you want to play them,
Right.
or uh, win elsewhere and just make sure the other guy doesn't run rampant.
So then
And
I'm
my
really just worried
question
about
to
the second game.
so my question to that
I,
question is
I was
before you
I'm with y'all gentlemen on that one. Game two, I can't figure out a win condition for the life of me.
Like, I just want to talk
Understand
about
that
this
Yo,
because this
composition at all.
confused me.
this dude was like 12 minutes into the game. He was 12 minutes into the game. I'm sitting here calling action, right? I'm calling what y'all doing. And all of a
yep,
sudden he goes, I just can't figure out what they're doing.
don't worry. I'm not sure if we did either at that one, but
I'm like,
honestly, we had a little debrief afterwards, and we're basically like, "Why did we run the Swain like he was a Yorick?" Was literally like one of the first things that was mentioned.
Well,
one of my
but
one of
then you
one
also
of
have
my
the
big things.
Trundle, but you didn't run him as a Trundle. You ran him as
Right.
a team fight.
Yeah,
My big thing would have been like, get you if you're gonna do the split pushing thing, which is what you guys wanted to do, right?
do.
And
Yep,
they didn't want to play, and they didn't want to play around you.
yep.
If they
I
didn't
said,
want to play, they didn't want to play
yep,
around you. Then why not give your jungle to be like a Yi or a Jax or
yep,
somebody who can actually run that down? Like,
yep,
Well, even with the Trundle could have gone like we mentioned earlier with a death stance, and
A
yep,
for
Titanic,
goodness,
just
exactly, and he could have been unstoppable in a 1v1. You
yep.
know,
And that's just some personal choices. Like we try to do a lot of front to back, like fighting and whatnot, and keeping the Sedge out of there, and then being able to melt the front and then go through there. I mean, the second game was going well until uh the Baron call where they lost track of breaking the base for free, basically.
man, I have to tell you this, man. Your front to back,
Yep,
not
it's
good.
bad.
It
that's,
No,
wasn't good.
it didn't work the
It's
way you wanted it to.
it's not just it's not your strong suit. It doesn't seem to wear the way it suits you guys. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, and that is actually what we're learning. So we've played a decent amount offline,
Right.
and we don't play this style. This is kind of the style that we held off from last year because last year's we had a jungle. It
Hmm.
was his hands down his worst role. Bronze one guy that was thrown in with a bunch of golds. Uh, and all he wanted to do was fight for objectives. And it's like, look, if we have to run into this wall all the time, we're just going to do this. We'll try to get around objectives, fight for objectives, get these teams, like whether it's Sivers or something else, good team fight teams that we normally have. We have okay synergy at times, uh, like with each other, like how knowing what someone wants to try.
Right.
So we normally can team fight pretty well in
But
space.
when it comes down to a front to back like that,
Hmm.
when it comes down to a front to back, I'm telling you this from experience. A front to back means you trust every piece to do its job. And that no matter what happens, they will never get to that back. And as a person who plays a bunch of tanks, I play a bunch of tanks, Leona, Nautilus.
Hmm.
I run Brum a little bit, but I don't like him. I don't like him like
I
that.
don't
I
like
don't
no
know.
Bromney either.
I don't like
Yep.
you. I want to put like, but I also want to put Thresh in that category because I've seen where a Thresh just sits next to his ADC, and the second somebody breaks that second wave, he
Yep.
just ults up, boom, and she can just
Alt
pick him
plays.
off.
Yep. Yep.
But you guys didn't have that kind of. I didn't get the feeling that you were playing off of each other's strengths like that.
I think a
No.
big part of it came down to y'all's top just didn't work together.
You know
No.
what I mean?
And
Like y'all didn't play off each other's strength like that.
something that you notice a lot of times is like, yeah, uh,
Aggro, 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 aggro.
well, and in the open spaces, a lot better. But we played like damn near, I think, every fight after about 25 minutes or so, especially in that second game. Man, it becomes a lot easier to sedge alties when you're just fighting in jungles where you have no vision, you know. And then once one thing
that's
happens,
entirely true. Yes.
it's between the brand alti, the Zaya feathers. This is Wani alts. There ain't no, there's only so much dodging you can do on some of that stuff.
Yeah, that's
Whenever,
true.
whenever,
And that,
whenever it's the length of
Yep.
what an inch. You got this little inch here in between
But
the blue buff and the gromp that you're
yeah,
walking
But
back and
yeah,
absolutely. I don't think we lost a fight in the jungle that second game at all with
no,
the
you didn't in the
the
first game. I don't
AOE
believe
we can
either. But yeah,
but what I'm saying is,
brutal.
you're as a front to back team, you don't fight in jungles anyway.
yeah, and that's
You know that as a rip.
no,
That's
exactly.
a rip.
That's exactly what it is. We ended up going
You're
around.
a rip. That's a rip. That's a rip. A dead back hit rip. If you're gonna be a front to back team,
Yep.
you will never take a fight in a jungle. I don't care if you have vision. I don't care if you can see.
Yeah.
That's
There's no way to do it.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because you're in a straight line just to get murdered. You're in a
Yep.
straight line.
Yep, and that is exact. We started running into basically their win conditions, their advantage fights,
And you
instead of
and
doing
they
what we
kicked
needed to do.
y'all
Oh,
around.
they kicked us around hard.
I just want
And
to.
it's all growing pains. We'll all get there eventually.
Of
You
course.
know, I'm gonna keep practicing that top lane and working that out, and
Right.
and
That's what we try to do.
these guys over here are gonna do the same, and
Right.
we'll see them again in the playoffs, and
But I got
it might
one
be
more
a
question
totally
before
different
we
game.
end it. I got
Alright.
one more question before we end it. Right? Scrim. How much are you scrimming with your team?
With our team,
Oh, that's big here because
very little,
I noticed y'all
very
didn't even
little
have a full
5v5,
5-man squad for a while.
very little
Um,
5v5. So the reason we didn't have 5-man squad is our mid laner ended up
Okay.
joining us. He was a week behind in the previous season. He was our coach, but he was also playing on a different team. So he didn't finish his season until the Sunday before this Wednesday. So he wasn't on the team until Monday officially.
yeah, when ESDL was announced that the draft was going to be Sunday, we already knew our 5-man squad before that. We had us all lined out, all picked up, saying, "Hey," and for some reason, even though we had established we were going to be this 5-man coming in, ESDL decided to give us a random jungler, and we were like, no, she signed up to be on our team. You need to fix this, and sure enough, they did. ESDL's doing great things now, and
same thing happened for us.
So
and
So
then,
then-
of course, obviously, when you can't get practice time in, there's more of those, growing pains I mentioned. You can put in all the time you want solo duo, but if you can't work on your synergy as a team,
it's just gonna look bad, baby. It's gonna look bad.
All right, I have a piece of advice for
and
both of y'all. Both of y'all that will help your team, especially you, Sergeant, because from what you've told me about your team, this will especially help y'all. But for both of y'all, don't just use planning for in the games. Plan outside of them. Say, okay, this is our champ pool. These are the things we like playing. Like, Gary, what are some of your best champs to play up top?
I wanted to take Morgana both games topside. My team didn't want it.
Oh, thank God. That's why we banned it, just in case.
Okay.
I have soloed Morgana to gold the past 2 seasons. I just get fed up trying to climb, and I'm like, fine, I'm playing Morgana, and I'll spam Morgana top, Morgana mid, Morgana jungle, Morgana support.
Okay.
Morgana APC in the bot lane, and I get to gold that way. And so when it came time to pick champions, and there were higher priority picks, team comp, outside of top lane. So as you noticed, we took Zyrakan back to back every game because it was available. That's huge. Why we're not going to pass that up. And it came time to pick top, and I'm like, well, give me Morgana. they're like, no, you can play something other than Morgana. I have 1.8 million mastery points on Morgana. I will play that champion into anything not named Olaf.
Guys,
All right.
I gotta
Okay,
cut this
that's
real
perfect.
quick. My team's actually getting some practice in right now, and they want me over on Discord.
All right, guys. Well,
Let me say the one thing.
Great. This is great.
Let me say
Thank
the
you,
one thing.
guys.
Just
Thank you.
Yep.
work together,
Keep
figure
that,
out
guys.
what your comps are.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all gentlemen have a good night. I'm gonna get off here and get
You
some
too.
sleep. Take
You
it
too.
easy, y'all.
Take it easy. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was 2 hours.
That was 2 hours of just talking trash. Well, we hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. We hope you enjoyed it.
I know we
Well,
did.
we're glad. You know what I mean? Because I got to tell them. I needed to tell them, son. Hey, love you guys too, man. Love you guys too, bro. Well, are you gonna sign us off, or you want me to?
I just wanted to bring up the one thing that I was trying to say before they left.
Let's go.
Get together your team, figure out what your comps are. Talk about, hey, I play these champions. These are my preferred champion pools.
Right.
What are y'all preferred champions pools? What can we make from this? That's what my team did. Okay, I play a lot of enchanter supports. Okay, so where do my champions fit into the rest of my team? How do we fit?
That's big.
How do we talk about, like, pit comps, poke comps, engage? What champions do we play that we can put together and make those comps? Okay, what
Right.
if those champions get banned? What can we do then? What champs do we play that we can substitute here?
Right.
I want y'all to get together and do that.
That sound, man. That's beautiful, bro. You, like, people are crying in chat and everything. You know what I mean? But it's beautiful, man. Like, you're inspirational. You the real MVP.
I feel this is so sarcastic. I feel so hated.
Why? That was sincere. I sincerely think that was very good. It was very inspirational. It's not something that I would have thought of, because when I go at picking comps, everybody pick what you're comfortable with. Let's run a game with what you're comfortable with, right? And they love you, Red Crayon. See, look, they're for real. They're real.
Well,
Let's
thank
run a
y'all.
game with whatever you're comfortable with, right? And let's see how it pans out, right? Let's see how that pans out. And that will give us like a plateau of where we should go as a team from there. Because I don't take champs into big deals. I take styles. I like styles more. If you're an aggressive person as an ADC, you good with me. As long as you aggressive, you going at
Oh,
them.
I feel that. I feel
You're
that.
constantly poking, and you're not one of those scary sit back and let's play Harvest Moon for
Oh
like
God,
the
no.
first half an hour of the fucking match type of people, and you're going in there and you're getting that damage done. You'll be my favorite person.
See,
You'll be my favorite.
I want to play against you then, because I play them enchanter supports, but then I fight nonstop.
Harvest Moon for life. I swear
No,
to God.
I fight nonstop. I want to kill you as a Nami. That's my
Bruh,
favorite thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight with you. I'm gonna fight with you. I'm trying to hook you. I'm trying to grab you. I'm trying to hurt you. Cause the game is boring if you don't.
Dude, I know.
What is the support gonna do if we're not fighting?
I
We're
roam.
gonna go ward and go clear wards.
Whenever I can't fight, I just roam. I just go mid.
We're gonna go clear wards. Hey, bro, I'm gonna go clear wards. And then most of the people get mad at me when I leave them.
Dude, same.
I leave them because nothing's going on. I'm like, bro, you straight. Y'all just playing Harvest Moon. You straight, man. You don't need me right here.
Like
But
you're Caitlyn. You're staying as far back as possible. You're 20 CS up. I'm just gonna go
you're
mid.
fine.
I'm just gonna go mid and kill them.
And I like to ward deep. I don't like to ward like
Exactly.
those three.
Put
You
it
know
in.
what I hate?
Put it at the blue buff.
The
Put it
fucking
in the red buff.
bush. Right. I hate the bush, the fucking tri-bush, and like in the lane. That's stupid, because that's not enough time for me to make a reaction if I see the jungler. That's not enough time. So I see him coming through the bush. I ain't got enough time to react. I can't move. I can't tell you that he's coming. Because now I got to go find G, hit G, and let you know that he's coming. No. I want to have time. So maybe we can plan. All right, so where's the wave at? Now we got time to plan. We see them coming through the bush near Scuttle Crab, right? We see them coming down. Now,
Oh, when
I
you
got
have it
time.
on their buffs, and you can see that on their buffs, oh my god, you can
Ex-
make so many like plays with your
exactly.
jungler, kill them at their buff. See how tilted they get. You can win
You
a game
can
off tilting jungle immediately.
you can make them, and these are the important things that I want to stress to my support mains out there. Please stop only warding these stupid 3 bushes. There's a whole map for you to ward. Just stop warding these 3 bushes. Ward something else.
If you
Go deeper. You're bored. Go deeper. Go deep.
if you can't walk out because you're afraid of dying, that's one thing. Okay, ward those bushes because you're gonna die if you go past that. Fair. But if you know where the enemy jungler is, your laners push them, the enemy laners under tower. Just go ward bread.
Just go
Go,
ward.
just
Just
put something
ward.
down.
Man, we could talk about League all night, can't we?
Yeah, there's that much to talk about. There's 1,000 things going on in League.
Jesus. But we're gonna end sometime. So we're gonna end it here. I'm sorry, guys. Your journey ends with us today. But join us next time. Join us. I'm gonna look for every single one of y'all in the chat. Join us next time for another ESDL matchup. My name is XxHowlingxX, and this is
A red crayon.
and we will see you guys next time. Peace.